TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Welcome viewers to TEG Cusack Park for this, the rescheduled 2024 Senior Hurling Championship Final between Lough Gaels and Castletown. I'm joined pitchside here by Paul O'Donovan on my right hand side and by John Shaw and Adrian Moore on my left hand side. Lads, just throw it at you. Last week's game, there was nothing we could do about it. Conditions just took over. The right call was made. I think everyone's agree with that. Who do you think, John, will learn more from last week's game? Will anyone have create an advantage from it?
No, I suppose Castletown certainly will probably learn the most, I'd say. They probably weren't maybe at the pitch of the game. Most people would say that if you were to look back on the little 10 or 12 minutes that was there, the Gaels are certainly on top. Came with a massive hunger, which everyone, I suppose, expected them. So Castletown probably, that will give them a little bit of a shock, I'd say. And I'd say all week, I can imagine that Alan and the backroom team there will be preparing Castletown again for that massive hunger and desire and physicality that the Gaels will bring. So that's, I suppose, one thing. I'd say Castletown certainly will be preparing all week for a massive physical game. Yeah,
and Adrian, on the Gaels side of it then, probably show their hand a little bit. They really came out of the blocks last week and flying it. Got 2 points, probably on another day could have had 5 points. So Joey Williams and his men, he'll have had a job. Maybe would he have a job to get them back up again for this one?
I don't think so. I think the Gaels are very, very hungry. You can see it, you can feel it out there, talking to people out there, and it's by no means being a circus ranting out there, as in we're in a county final and it's mighty or ranting like that. It's the hunger of winning one. And while Castletown have to try and deal with, we'll say, the work rate and everything that the Gaels brought last week, the only way they can deal with it is match it. They have to match it, and definitely last week it nearly had goal rot all over it here if the game was to continue for another few minutes, I think.
Yeah, Paul, on last week's game, the Gaels came out of the blocks very, very fast, got 2 points, probably had 3 wides, and could have been 5-0 up after the 10 or 12 minutes. Yep. They're just making their way on the pitch here. Huge support for them here as well today.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge support, Ray. They're really up for this game. We found out during the week when we interviewed them before the game. You could see that in the 11-12 minutes that was played last week. As you say, the 2 points and the 3 wides out, the 2 points. I thought David Williams had started the game very well, and normally you rely on him for place balls and frees, but I thought in general play in the few minutes he was really up for playing really well. I suppose Castletown, as you said, they'll probably have learned from the matchups and that, the kind of surprises where Tommy Doyle was going to play in that, and he had one of those wides. He was unlucky, but Castletown really need to up the hunger for this game, because from what I've seen so far, the Lough Gaels are the hungrier team, and they're really up for this game. What is it, 22 years? It's a long wait. Joey Williams says we don't mind waiting another week to bring home the title.
Yeah, John, hunger is a great thing, and there's almost been a famine out in Collinstown at this stage. It's 2002 the last time they won this, so none of these young lads, I think I'm right in saying, have won a county medal, so it's all new to them. But they were here last year, they were here last week, so that experience will stand to them.
Definitely, you know, and I drove to Collinson during the week, and you could see every single house out there had bunting and flags up. Like there's a massive support pushing these lads on. I'd say, you know, and look, they were here last year. I think even some of the supporters last year, the expectation levels wasn't massive among the supporters, but you can see now the whole club, everyone is really behind them, and they're coming here to win. Like they're not coming here to turn up this year. That'd be my judge of it, and it's been, you know, they've been that way all year. And like, it's not just hunger either. They have massive quality in that outfit as well. Like, you know, they're like 15 players that are fully committed to every single ball, and that is hard to beat. Like, you know, and matched in then, you know, David and Shane Williams and Jogger and Owen Daly and you know, Dara Daly at full back. They have some classy players as well, and obviously Derek off the bench as well. Probably if you were to have a sub here, Castletown might have greater depth in their panel, but they've no sub like Derek.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he is a match winner, was super there earlier in the year as well, you know, and if he comes in, you know, in second half, 20 minutes to go, you know, it's going to put shivers down the spine of the Castletown back, you know?
Yes, so. Especially if he ends up in around the front of the goal's edge and there's a goal needed. I mean, he almost snuck one in the very last play last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the butt of the post. And I think no matter actually where you play him, the one place I suppose you wouldn't want to play him is in the corner. You know, you can let him float out here. The point he got here in the semi-final, fantastic point here. Not too many lads in Westmeath. We have a few that are capable of getting it, but under pressure, you know, from under the stand here on the sideline, fantastic score in the semi-final. He's a big man to be bringing in off the bench. Where there's 20 minutes to go or at half-time, you know, it's great to be able to turn around and look up there. On that, I think also, you know, last week, if the game had to continue and you're looking to your bench, like we said, the Gaels, bringing in the likes of Thomas Kennedy, it wasn't going to do him any favours. Wasn't going to be, you know, exhibition hurling. With Castletown bringing in the likes of Sean Jackson, another late lad, but good hurlers. So I think today, and credit where credit's due, the park is in a lot better order. I don't know what work was done during the week. It was definitely got a bit of slitting and a bit of sand on it. This time of the year, no drying, but it's way better conditions and an opportunity to lads express themselves and the people that are viewing, you know, to see Westmeath hurling and what it's all about.
Yeah, look, we're going to finish up down here because we're going, for our viewers at home, you're going to hear from the two managers. I spoke to them before the game, but just before we go to that, Paul, a prediction.
Right, I was on RV3 up for the match and I went for Castletown hesitancy, and last week I went for Castletown.
Right, you're not changing.
I'm going to go for the Gaels.
Oh, you're going for the Gaels. John?
Maybe conditions might slightly Castletown today, but 50-50 I think.
And Adrian, you're on co-comms with me, so what's your prediction?
I'll stay with the Gaels.
Okay, well look, we're going to finish your pitch side with myself and Adrian will be on co-comms the next couple of minutes. We're going to leave viewers at home with the two manager interviews that we carried out before the game. I'm joined here on pitch side before today's rescheduled County Hurling final by Alan Mangan, the Castletown Geoghegan manager. Alan, last week happened. It was unfortunate. What did you do in the week to regroup the lads?
Which you couldn't really do that much. It was only 6 days between that and now, so got one decent training session in and then just a puck around. So just trying to keep them fresh. We'd obviously 6 weeks between our last game and now, and it's just trying to keep them fresh as well as everything else. But listen, hopefully we're in a good place. We didn't start too well the last day, but listen, with a bit of luck we can rectify that today.
Yeah, conditions an awful lot better here today, and it was unfortunate how it happened, but you know, it was the right decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, listen, sure, Barry Kelly's probably the most experienced referee in the country, never mind just in Westmeath. So he knew the story. He knew it was going to turn into maybe a bit of a farce the longer the game went on, so he made the call. Fairness, he didn't give either manager an opportunity to argue a case. He just said that's it, and you have to respect him. He's one of the best referees in the country for a reason. So we respected it, and we're back here today to try and fight it out.
And Alan, you have everyone back and fit and available for today?
Yeah, a couple of lads. We had a couple of lads going away, obviously travelling. They stayed at home, and we've a couple of lads sick at the minute. But sure, listen, it is what it is. They have to forget about that now for the next hour and a half and get on with it.
Right, Alan, let you go and do your warm with your team. That's Alan Mangan, Castletown Geoghegan manager for today's final. And joined here before today's game by John Malloy, Lough and Gaels selector. John, look at you were in the middle of the whole scenario last weekend, but look at you, I'm sure you've got on and dealt with it now and ready for today's game.
We are surely, Ray. Sure, look at it. It's what it is. The bad conditions and everything. Sure, the right call was made in the heel of the reel. Like someone probably would have got injured, so we're ready to go again. Sure, that's all we can do is get set up and get ready to go again, more or less, and get at it.
What did you do during the week, John? Because it obviously wouldn't have been planned.
Sure, look, we brought them in Monday and we done a small bit with them just to talk and wise and getting ready, and then we started training Wednesday, and we got ready to rock and roll again. So nothing more we could do really.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you're not going to achieve much in a week, but I'm sure the mental thing was the biggest thing you had to work on.
Yeah, oh yeah, the mental aspect of the whole lot, getting the boys revved up and make sure they're tuned in to go again, and just getting them organised and ready to rock. So that's nothing more you could do really, just get them tuned in.
And at this stage, last Sunday free-off for the 13 or minutes or whatever we got really counts for nothing.
Oh no, it counts for nothing exactly. It just gives everyone an opportunity to suss out their team more or less than anything else. But look, I'm sure they're going to change things up, and we'll probably change things up. So things are going to be different, and that's just the way it is.
Right, well, we look forward. That's feeding me a little bit of an interest there. So that's John Malloy, Lough Gaels selector, who, along with his manager Joey Williams and the rest of the crew, we wish you the best of luck here for today's rescheduled Westmeath County Hurling final.
Thanks a million, Ray.
Derek Kramer at centre back. You know, Angus Clark, a real roamer on the pitch. Is he going to follow him? Is he going to let him off and get somebody else to pick him up? That's a very interesting part of the pitch for me today.
Yeah, and actually the last year we remember Inga started in the middle of the field, and he spent a lot of his time back between midfield and his own half-back line. Again, it's a position he's well used to playing as well, but I think Castletown would nearly prefer him further up the field. Would you think that?
Yeah, I think so, because we spoke about it last week. You know, the distribution already from the Castletown half-back line, to have that quality of distribution. So who better to be distributing it to only the likes of Angus Clark, Niall O'Brien and these guys up there?
Yeah, Niall in the opening 12 minutes or so last week, very, very quiet, really wasn't in the play at all. By no conditions didn't lead to it, but look, you know, he can't afford to wait and hang around here today for 20 minutes to go by before these boys, you know, get tuned in as such.
Absolutely. 13 minutes in a county final without getting on ball is a long time, but the situation with that is that it goes by so quickly, and the atmosphere and everything adds to it. But Castletown need Niall O'Brien, they need Liam Varley, Angus on ball, taking on the shooting.
Yeah, Angus team captain as well there, and there's a huge responsibility on Niall O'Brien. At this stage, Adrian, these guys are up on the early 30s, 31, 32 years of age. They've got to deliver on this stage.
Absolutely, and you know, we've always, lots of Westmeath people always speak about the amount of minors under 21s that Castletown have won, and still the lack of senior championships. And coming in here today, there's absolutely no guarantee that they're going to come out with one either.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we'll look over on the Gaels side, and I'm going to pick out on two players. They're both in the half-hour line. Number 10, Tommy Doyle, and number 12, Owen Daly. Owen got one of the pints last week, and David Williams got the other. But that half-hour line in general for the Gaels is very strong.
It is indeed, and Owen Daly didn't play a lot of hurling during the summer. He was tied up with exams and commitments that way, but had a good impact here straight away last week. Played well in the semi-final. It's that height advantage of him and the jogger. Personally, myself, I'd like to see the two of them on the square at some stage today to give that a different type of a threat.
Yeah, I'm quite sure it's an option that Joey Williams has thought of, because certainly it leaves it, you know, the route one becomes a good possibility for them. But like, there's still a lot of talent in that forward line anyway. David Williams, another young player when you talk about, he's a quality player. He's really developed well with the county team this year as well, and he's probably, I nearly fair to say, he's the most skillful hurler we have in Westmeath at the moment.
Yeah, he's a great talent, and his younger brother coming through, Connor, is just as good. And you know, when I speak about the lads being going in the edge of the square, the height advantage, you know, the likes of Marcus playing off them. We spoke about Derek coming in off the bench, you know, the impact he may have at some stage during the game. Like, there's lots of talent. Look, the Gaels aren't just coming in here today and we're all talking about work rate and intense and everything else. They have the hurlers also.
Yeah, and lots of them there with plenty of inter-county experience. The two midfielders, Brendan Doyle and Michael Daly, have both represented the county. Shane Williams is a quality hurler. Finley Riley's been knocking around. Noel Conti, of course, we know, in the goals as well. So there's plenty of talent here. On the other side of the pitch then, you have plenty of talent there. But a big onus today on Johnny Birmingham. I think he's a player that's, you know, he's going to pick up one of the two big men. There's no doubt about that. He's good in the air, but again, you know, a big lot of pressure on Johnny to deliver here today as well.
Yeah, and the last day that matchup was himself and Jogger, and Johnny probably came out the better of that on the day. Like, jogger ended up tracking him. Johnny scored a point that day from 25, 27 yards out. So it's going to be, this first 7 or 8 minutes here is going to be very interesting compared to last week. Last week was it was a mud bath, and the ball was sticking in the ground so much, very little play going on. But today there should be enough out of movement. Skies have cleared here, a bit brighter than it was an hour ago. Pitch is in good condition, so really, really looking forward to a good, entertaining game of hurling.
Yeah, with that, for our viewers at home, we're going to go now and give you the line out of both sides. Both of them line out as what started last week, so there's no changes from last week's team, and we're going to go to the Castletown Geoghegan team first, and they line out in goals. Their number 1 is Kieran O'Brien. The full back line, Nisha McKenna's at 2, Aaron Glenn the full back wears 3, and David Maloney's at 4. In the half-back line, Johnny Birmingham at 5, Jack Murphy, the centre half-back at 6, and completing the half-back line, number 7, Morgan Gavigan. Middle of the field, Peter Clark wears 8, and he's partnered by Shane Slevin wearing 9. The half-forward line has Conor Murphy at 10, Angus Clark, the team captain, at 11, and Liam Vardy at 12. And the inside line for Castletown today, David O'Reilly's at 13, Niall O'Brien at 14, and Jack Gallagher is at 15. And Lough Gaels, they have Noel Connerty, number 1 in goals. The full back line of Dara Daly, Dan Higgins and Dan Riley. In their half-back line, the team captain, Philip Riley, is at 5. Dara Quamer and Shane Williams complete the half-back line. Middle of the field, Brendan Doyle and Micheál Daly. The half-forward line, Tommy Doyle's at 10, David Williams and Owen Daly in 11 and 12. In the inside line, Marcus Kennedy is at 13, Warren Williams and Aaron Kennedy. And we have our on the Veen sung now by Michaela Hogg. Formalities completed as both sides break away. No band today. But before we throw in, Adrian, I want to say hello to a few people that are tuned in to us abroad, particularly down under in Australia, in Sydney, where David Lynch is tuned in, along with Owen and Conor Quinn, 2 players there that probably and possibly would have been playing here today if they had been in the country. Another one is Plunkett Maxwell out in Dubai. Again, would have been in the middle of the field, has played some of the earlier games. Just looking at them warming up, the referee is putting the players back to the middle of the field, even though he's walking this way, was waiting for the last one to go in. He's putting them back the whole way, and the referee's having a word with him. But again, another player I haven't mentioned here at all is David Riley.
Yeah, and I think one man that we never really talked too much about and unsung here in the Gaels is Dan Higgins at full back. I think he's been instrumental.
Yeah, and he's under pressure here because the ball is fired in from Angus Clark, and it does make his way out. Philly Riley got it out far as Dara Quamer. Dara struggling to get the ball in his hand, and Castletown certainly bringing a little bit of intensity early doors. Dara Daly does straighten it up in there and gets it out, and the first opportunity for Tommy Doyle to get on the play. Tommy gets a free back in his own half-back line, and I think that just shows the intent of the Lough Gaels when Tommy Doyle just gets a free, gets on his feet, heads straight back up the field, ready for the free to be driven, and I think Shane Williams is going to take it.
Yeah, and Johnny Birmingham picking him up as per sheet. And on the far side then we have Owen Daly still on the wing, so it doesn't look to be too many changes on either side at the moment, looking out across the pitch. Jack Gallagher playing out a little bit deeper on the D, leaving 2 inside, David Riley. But definitely it's a fantastic start to the game. Good bit of intensity here. Yeah. Great crowd here in Cusack Park.
Shane Williams has fired in the ball. The goalkeeper deals it, bats it away. Lucky maybe that it does find a Castletown player, and it was Peter Clark who was drifted back in there, and he fires it long, relieving clearance. Riley is out under, trying to get the ball to ground, but Jack Gallagher does pick it up. Gallagher with the first shot in anger for the Castletown Geoghegan, but Noel Connerty has no problem dealing with that one, and a good clearance from Noel straight down this side of the pitch, where the number 15 is Aaron Kennedy. He is space. Aaron takes the ball into the tackle. No freeze to the referee. Shane Slevins Again, Shane trying to make the clearance there, the ball out over the sideline, and it's going to be a line ball for Lough Gaels.
Yeah, absolutely great tackle there from David Maloney. Arms completely open, just met him and end up with a sideline ball going in for Lough Gaels. But great intensity at the start of the game. As I already said, great crowd here, great energy in the park today.
Yeah, absolutely, huge crowd. Credit to the Westmeath County Board. I know there was probably no other way of doing it, and again for your VTV viewers, if you bought last week, you should be on a free one here today, and that's exactly the way it should be. We're watching David Williams down below us here, halfway between 45 and 65. He's going to cut this line ball in. David, good distance on it, maybe too much distance because he doesn't have the accuracy. Wide number one for the Lough Gaels men.
Yeah, and he got really under it, and even from last week, they're taking a line ball here last week was an absolute disaster, but he got well under it. Nice bit of grass on the pitch, not much growth during the week, but it's adding to it today, definitely.
Yeah, Kieran O'Brien has fired the puck down, and breaking here kindly for Peter Clark, and Peter fires this and it's high up in the air. The umpire has to head towards the post, but he's going to signal that one has gone to the right and wide, and the first wide for Geoghegan.
Peter Clark carrying a heavy strap as well. He hadn't done much for 3 weeks before the last weekend, so good to see him out in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah. Puck out has gone over the far side. First ball in the direction of Owen Daly, with Daly beaten for that now, and Castletown have the possession. Niall O'Brien drifting back into his own half back line. They're turning to deliver. He's leaving plenty of room in there for them, and Riley has the hand in the air, and he has the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, very quick delivery in, and Riley definitely, he's a major threat in there. That height advantage, and he has a great paw. So
absolutely, open goal after just over 3 minutes, and exactly the score that Geoghegan needed, and that'll settle them down. And even for Niall O'Brien, who had drifted way back out and delivered that ball in, and Riley is excellent 1-on-1 there, and Gaels will have to be wary of that, but they have won the puck out down on the move again here now, trying to respond. Aaron Kennedy has it. He's on the 20-metre line. Hooked as he was going for the goal. Great tracking back there. I think that might have been David Maloney with the blue helmet again that tracked right back in there. Great work there by the young number 4. Got the hook in because Gaels maybe an opportunity for a point, just get the scoreboard ticking, but he went for the whole lot in the one attack.
He ran down the middle and just ran into trouble. He had an opportunity offloaded to his left, but obviously took on the shot and lost it.
Yeah, the free has gone right down here looking for Riley again. It's batted away. Jack Gallagher's on the breaking ball. He's forced to go back out, and he's passed. Not the best in the world there, but nothing Peter Clark could do about down. It's gone out over the sideline. Line ball for Lough Gaels back here just on their own 45-metre line. Micheál Daly is going to cut it.
A lot of movement from Castletown, and Gaels are just seem to be at the moment just going man and man at this stage. Look, directions from coming to the sideline. Like Conor Murphy's in, Liam Varley's in, corner forward. Now he's back out. A lot of movement, and it's definitely adding to it.
Yeah, and Tommy Doyle has a chance here, but again Johnny Birmingham, I think he just got a little nick on the shot there as Tommy was trying to get it away there, and it just did enough to put off the shot. Good puck out, has gone straight away over to the far side where Shane Slavin is time, but again Shane hadn't as much time as he thought he had, and now Owen Daly's on the ball. A chance here now from the Castletown 45. Daly has a look at the post. It's a cracking score there from Owen Daly, and that's settling down, Adrian. 5 minutes in, a goal to a pint,
and it's exactly what the Gaels need. Like Marcus Kennedy came out on the blind side, got the hook, the broad broke to Owen Daly over the bar. That work rate the Gaels needed consistently throughout this game if they're going to become county champions.
Puck out is dropping down here. Shane Williams jumps high, he doesn't catch it, but he has a man behind him who grabs it and then fires it straight down towards David Williams. David misses the ball, and the ball is pulled on first time over to the far side where Owen Daly has it out in front of his man, slips, goes to the ground, does very well, great strength there. I think he thought he was getting a free there, but instead has to play it into the centre where Johnny Birmingham anticipates well and gets out there in front of Tommy Doyle, and Castletown working away through the hands. Here it goes. Conor Murphy was involved over there, and Peter Clark fires this one in, and I think it's on target because I like the way he turned as soon as the ball left his stick. He knew it was on target, and a lovely score for Castletown there. Almost 6 minutes, a goal and a point to Castletown. That goal from David Riley to 1 point response for the men from Collinstown as Noel Connaughty has his underway again here. This time comes back here looking for the jogger. David Williams is in around it, and he has the breaking ball. He's been closed down by Morgan Gavigan. Gavigan does very, very well against the block. It's gone out over the sideline. He thought it remained in play, but
yeah, and already Castletown have matched the Gaels' intensity compared to last week. They were caught napping last week, but here it's 50-50 with intensity, work rate and passion on the pitch so far.
Yeah, there's another line ball here. Alan Mangan, I think, having a word there with the linesman, but he's going to be a line ball. He's adamant that it's a line ball. Jimmy Gravel is the linesman down there. 45 metres out. No problem with the distance from a little bit further out. Angle's a little bit tighter this time, Adrian.
It is, yeah, but look, you're looking at a top-class hurler within the county, and I wouldn't be one bit surprised if he slots it over.
Yeah, he's got a nice little clip on his dropping off. You called it.
Yeah, no, listen, you just can't beat talent at the end of the day, and I know we keep harping back on last week. You wouldn't have got that last week.
Absolutely. Kieran Ryan is ready to go with the puck out again here. This time looking for Liam Varley. Varley hasn't been involved with anything yet. Gets a hand in down and gets it to the ground. But the Gaels men are in under. Brendan Doyle has a Brendan under pressure, forced back towards his own goal. He gets it down towards his brother Tommy. Reaches above Johnny Birmingham, pulls it out of the sky and gives it on out to David Williams. But Johnny, he recovered very well, gets a flick on it away, and Morgan Gavigan's a little bit of space here now. Gavigan steps out by the jogger and then fires it out into the centre. Angus Clark reacts to it, needs to control it. One-handed, does exactly that because he knew he had Jack Murphy over a little bit of space. Murphy from a standing position has time to look around, fire it in long, going into that corner. Ball goes to ground. Dan Riley is in there. Dan wins that ball and fires it down the line. Again, Castletown have the numerical advantage over there. Angus keeps it in play. Back into Murphy. Murphy, cross-field ball here. Looking for Riley. It's going to drop in front of him. The tussle here. Riley has got it. Looked like he was pushed there. Referee doesn't see it that way. And the Gaels have it again and they work it out. But Shane Williams can't get his hands on it. And Peter Clark is in immediately to capitalise. And now Riley has a chance to have a look at the post. That one is not going to be on target. Will it stay in play? No is the answer to that. Nothing that Niall O'Brien could do coming in at the back post there, ball out of line. But again, good defending there by Dan Riley. Yeah, the Gaels are starting to get a grip with all the movement here. They seem to have just gone man and man, and they're going with that and the whole half back line up towards the middle of the field. A lot of movement in the Castletown forward line, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Yeah, the ball has gone long with the puck out and breaks down kindly for Aaron Kennedy. And Kennedy with a man coming off the shoulder. And another opportunity here. This opportunity is taken there. Lovely score there. The two Kennedys, Marcus and Aaron, have started very, very well for the Gaels on a lot of ball, working hard, hooks, blocks, tackles. Finished over the bar. We haven't much time to draw Brett Adrian because the puck out's already gone down the far side of the field. Dara Quamer is in there. Again, does very well to get it off to Micheál Daly, and Daly delivers it long down inside. Warren Williams tossing for it in there. The Gaels trying to get the numbers in around. They have it. It's very, very close to the end line. But Castletown somehow turn it over. And the ball moved out to Shane Clavin. Clavin down the line it goes here. And ball popped off now, and Angus Clark from halfway between 45 and 65 has time to have a look at the post. And when Angus Clark has time to look at the post, that's usually the outcome. We've watched Angus Clark do that for the last 15 years. Westmeath jersey, Castletown jersey, it doesn't matter. Up along the line, trademark score. Great score on 2 to 3 points. Referee just having a word here and just holding up here. There's an injury to one of the Gaels, man. I think it might be David Williams just coming to the sideline. Must be just maybe a little bit of a blood sub or something like that going on. Yeah, there's a man that our viewers at home will be well familiar with. He's on the goal post today. That's Paddy Walsh back as part of Barry Kelly's crew again. And another experienced official, has done the All-Irelands with Barry as well. So good to see him back there. It looks like Derek is going to be induced, I think, for the blood sub, are we? Yeah, David actually made his whole way under the tunnel. He's gone to the dressing room. Pointing up towards the helmet. Now maybe it's just a helmet issue or something, but he will have it sorted no doubt in a couple of minutes. But Derek is on the pitch now, yeah. Yeah, Morgan Gavigan is just making, he's going to be, he had been picking up David Williams. Just hard to see why the game has been held up here at Barry. Yeah. Gaels not making the change. I thought Derek was about to be introduced there and it would be straight swap on a blood. So he took the pitch and took back. He's sitting down under now with the top back on, so obviously not making the change at the moment. Yeah, Joey Williams is down there. He's not overly excited at the moment. Morgan Gavigan is waiting for his opponent to come back out of the tunnel. He's going to be ready to pick up on him straight away. But he couldn't be any closer to him, Ray, unless he went and sat with him in the changing room. Well, there has been time, Adrian. I don't know how you ever tell it to your teams, but I know I've been told different times if he goes to the toilet, go after him. So as a man marker, and Morgan now taking that almost to literally to the word. But yeah, it's you know, looking across the terrace there, Red, fantastic, huge crowd in here today. Yeah, it's a new helmet, I think, is the issue for David Williams. He's back out in the field. Morgan Gavigan is ready to pick him up, and we're ready and underway again as Noel Connolly launches the puck out. Owen Daly does well, steps in and picks that ball out of the sky, and then over the shoulder, fires it inside. Is there a hole in the jersey there? Gaels man trying to get to it is Warren Williams, and Warren is beating to it in there, and Castletown have a chance to move it out there through Jack Murphy. Jack Gallagher is standing under this one, but great fetching in the air there by the defenders, and not only that, nice ball moved on. That was Dara Daly to the brother Owen. Owen has a look at the post, fires it in, the score. Yes, it is. Over the bar.
A fantastic score. Great
Two
feeling
Dalys
again.
Combined them.
You know, and that's what today offers. Today offers that opportunity for clean hurling. You know, feeling all over the pitch with Castletown and the Gaels. Daly, Jogger, Johnny Birmingham. It's been a joy to watch so far.
Yeah, the puck out's gone down the far side. I think it's Dan Higgins is picking up Niall O'Brien over there on the far side. O'Brien got a hand on it, couldn't hold it, but the ball's gone out over the sideline. A line ball to Shane Williams has gone over to take it.
Just off camera here, you can see that David Riley is 45 yards of complete space in front of him, 1-on-1 inside. If a quick ball goes in there, it could be a major threat.
Yeah, and Riley is skillful enough, but high or low, it won't really matter to him because he's a great hand, as you said. But anyway, the line ball has gone down the far side with Shane Clavin sitting back in the pocket. He does well, gets it across into the centre. But Peter Clark takes it and turns almost at a one move, gets away from Brendan Doyle, and Clark looks up and he has that man Riley inside with a stay and play. It will indeed. Riley has it, he's coming around, he makes an angle for himself, but he's looking up to see what's available. What a ball across towards Angus Clark. Angus doesn't get it on the first attempt. He has it now, he's gone closer to the 45, but he has support there, and Jack Gallagher offers the support. Jack turns, fires in, and that's a bad miss for the Castletown Geoghegan man.
Yeah, that's a poor wide from 45 yards out, and this is typical of Castletown. Suck everybody out the pitch, work the ball through the lines, and fast delivery inside.
Yeah, Noel Connerty again with the puck out again, has fired it down this side of the field. Shane Williams goes high, massive catch in the air there over Liam Varley, and he's going forward with it. That's it, can't take in the hand, needs support. Has it over there from Aaron Kennedy. Kennedy has a look at the post. Can he get the shot off? He can, but I think that's going to be a wasted opportunity. Was indeed 3 wides apiece.
Yeah, for a second I thought it took a deflection and got a bit of a block, but we won't know until we see it back in camera. Puck out comes.
Umpires happy enough, and puck out is already underway here. It's batted down, and Shane Williams immediately on the breaking ball turns, launches towards the 20-metre line. Aaron Glenn is in there, but it's pulled away from him by Marcus Kennedy.
Just rushed it. He just, thought he had that extra second if he had, but in them situations you don't think you have them. You try and get your shot off as quick as you can.
Kieran O'Brien has fired this out again, heading towards the 45. Varley reaches high, has it in the hand, and then just popped it off here, and a chance for Conor Murphy. Murphy with the shot. And we're going through a phase here of bad wides here.
Yeah.
Adrian, both sides.
It's all been rushed, Ray. A lot of shooting just been rushed, but the quality of fielding is absolutely fantastic.
Michal Daly has gone to ground. Physio's in with him. Referee just don't think he's going to hold up. He's actually given the call for the puck out to come underway, and Noel Connerty has launched. He's gone for Daly on the far side. This time it goes to ground, but the Gaels have the breaking ball, and they've time to move it back here. Philip Riley, the team captain, he goes down the line, keeps it a bit tight, but good work over there by Shane Clavin. Got in, got a stick on it, kept it away from the Gaels man, but unfortunately for Shane, can't keep it in play. It's gone out over the sideline, and David Williams is jogging across to the far side. He's going to take this one as well.
Yeah, Castletown I think will be looking to get Niall O'Brien on ball at this stage. Hasn't been on much ball at all yet.
Yeah, he's out on the half-hour line, and the centre have been picked up by Dara Quamer, but we'll watch as David Williams is ready to take this line ball. He's on Castletown's 45-metre line, cuts it in. It's a lovely ball. It's
That's one from both sides of the pitch, Ray.
Line ball.
It was Kilkenny, Cork, Tipperary. We'll be talking about it for the next 7 days.
Absolutely no effort. Just clips it off the ground, almost like a golfer with a pitching wedge, and straight over the bar. Lovely score. We're tied at 5. Puck out has gone down the far side. O'Brien is tossing for it in there. Jack Gallagher went off it out, and the Gaelsmen step in, and they have it, and it's worked across now to Shane Williams. Shane takes it in the hand, turns, launches the first time here. Aaron Glennon is in under this one. Goes off his hand. In fact, that was Nisha McKenna. Nisha, a man who had intended to travel this week, but he does well there, and the ball is fired out. But Michal Daly steps in, does well, uses his body well, and gives it on now to Brendan Doyle. Brendan with a chance. He has a look at the post. Is it going to come inside the post? No, is the answer to that.
Yeah, yet again, just another rush shot. But Michal Daly and Motor well in the middle of the field. The work rate is good.
Yeah, Kieran O'Brien is not the lane with the puck out. Putting his Clark under a bit of pressure, but he does very well to get the ball under pressure. And now they have a chance here as Conor Murphy has a chance from the 20-metre line, carries it in again off the left hand. He fires in. I think this one is on target. That's the first score there for Conor Murphy.
Yeah, very, very quick puck up, but then again, a wide ball, you don't have to wait for it. Let it off, get the game back in motion.
Yeah, Noel Connolly is ready again with the puck out. Puck out for Noel. He goes over to the far side of the pitch. He's going to go over the line. No, David Williams stepped in. Almost had it on the turn there, but just beat him out over the sideline. Peter Clark is going to take this line ball over the far side. He got a couple of good ones last week as well. He was down, so he's anything around the middle of the field he'll be taking. But again, Jack Gallagher dropping over. We see a spare man inside here for the Gaels. So
Shane Williams
sitting back in the hole as Clark is ready to take this one. Again, going by last week, he'll get good distance in, and let's see how it goes. He has great distance, gone to the inside line. Riley is out, gets a stick to it, knocks it down. Jack Gallagher's on the breaking ball. It's back to Murphy again. Murphy dummies it, goes on to his left hand, and he makes no mistake. Point number 2 for Conor Murphy. Lovely play there by Castletown. Simple hurling.
And that's what Castletown give you, that short, through the lines play, hand pass, back door over the bar.
Poke out again for Noel Connolly. Noel has the 2 options, one on either side. Big men, Tommy Doyle and Owen Daly. And Daly this time moved across and catches it. But then Jack Murphy does great work, then gets the hook on him. Then just as he was pulling the trigger, Tommy Doyle trying to close down Peter Clark, but Clark gets the ball away. And it's 1-on-1 inside again. And Riley goes high. Surely been fouled. The referee not giving any advantage there. Ball goes back out, and Philip Riley on the ground, on his knees now. He can't get it, but looked like there was an opportunity there for the Lough Lane Gaels when they get out, but it might still work as Riley had persevered there, and he has a look at the post, and he rifles it in and rifles it over the bar. First point of the day for him to go with the goal. Castletown now settling down into the just over 18 minutes, 1-5, and I think Alan Mangan will be the happier of the 2 managers.
He will, yeah, because as we look at it, as I said before, the movement of the Castletown team is unreal. Like Liam Varley in and edge of the square a minute ago, now he's out here in the middle of the field on that last play. At the moment, look, Castletown nearly or Lough Lane Gaels operating with 2 sweepers. Angus Clark is that far back up the pitch, it's very hard to follow him.
Yeah, Daly has won the puck out. This time he had his hurl held. Referee has played the advantage. There'll be a chance here. Shot comes in, and it's in the net. First thing I have to say, brilliant refereeing.
Absolutely, he let it go. He let the play go through, and I tell you, it's a good goal as you're going to see.
Yeah, he went
bouncing in front of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he went on the narrow side. We were almost behind it here, Adrian. There was about a foot of a gap, but he managed to find it. Now, Niall O'Brien is on the play. He gets the ball, lays it off to Murphy. Murphy from the centre fires it in, but doesn't get the connection that he was on. But it's going to come back because Niall O'Brien had been fouled there as that one came in.
Yeah, Barry Kelly had his hand up, had advantage.
And that is exactly what this game needed, Adrian.
Oh yeah, look, there was a huge amount of life in the park already, but you can hear the roar that we couldn't see across the pitch here with all the people standing in front when the Gaels hit that net. So it's a massive game, great county final so far, very, very entertaining.
Yeah, 19.5 minutes, we're tied 1 goal and 5 apiece. Niall O'Brien, this one definitely wins his wheelhouse here, 45 metres out, just barely outside it, fairly central for him as well. He's going to take it off his left hand. Fires it in. It's a little bit tight to the post, but he does manage to get it over the back.
Yeah, no, look at every one of them count. 1-6 to 1-5.
Yeah, and that's the score. And Niall will be the lad to have got. He hasn't been involved that much in the game. Did well on that free. Reached high and got the puck out. But puck out again is away from Noel O'Connolly. Down the far side. Tommy Doyle and Owen Daly are there as well. But they break it down. But on the breaking ball this time is Shane Williams. Morgan Gavin is trying to shut him down.
That's
Williams
top drawer score.
Tips it over the bar.
Yep. Absolutely top drawer, and Shane Williams has been doing that all year consistently from wing back.
Yeah. Lough Lane Gaels that time didn't get it the hand, but he got the breaking ball. Puck out's gone down here again. Micheál Daly's on it, bats on it, miss it, and it's that man Dara Quamer sitting back in again. He has it, and off his right hand, long ball down into space. Oh, David Williams as well to pull that one out of the sky. Thought about pulling the trigger there, and is forced to give it on now to Tommy Doyle. Tommy has a look at the post, and Tommy Doyle is finally there over the bar. First score for Tommy Doyle, so we're getting all the big guns on the scoreboard now.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm absolutely delighted this game was called off last weekend. We wouldn't have had this spectacle.
Absolutely. 1-7-1-6 for the Gaels. The puck out, dropping on the 45, batted away. Johnny Birmingham, Johnny has it. Johnny looks up and he sees Shane Clavin drifting into space on the far side. He's on the Lough Lane Gaels 45, shortens the stick, fires it in, and that time it's gone across.
Yeah, and we're listening, to the last couple of weeks about the conditions, how they're going to impact the game. This is like July hurling, Ray. It's nip and tuck. It's fast.
Yeah, and it's top of the ground stuff. Noel Connolly again. This one he drills it low. He's looking for David Williams out in front of his man. Lovely touch there from the number 11. And then spins, fires it in towards the 13-metre line. Nisha McKenna is in there. Nisha, great skill, brings it down. Has Slavin available. Slavin delivers long. Now Riley's under this one again. Can they keep it out of his hand? They can indeed, because Dan Riley really with David Riley, but Riley is still, that's David, the Castletown Geoghegan man. He's still tossing for it. Goes to ground. Was he pushing the back? No, so the referee, I think he has blown the whistle. He's going to be a free in.
Yeah, that side of the pitch is it's probably one of the weaker sides of the pitch today with the conditions. Yeah. And you need to be getting down over that ball. And first time, Dan just struggled to get it up into his hand and resulting now in a 21-yard free for Castletown.
Yeah, it's a free for Niall O'Brien, a chance to tie it up here. Just for our viewers, this is a rescheduled senior hurling final, more so than a replay or anything of that age, because it means if it ends in a draw here today, we're going to go to a replay.
Yeah, I'm sure if it's as good as today's, Ray will be happy enough with that.
Absolutely.
County board fixtures and that mightn't be too happy, but that's another point for Niall O'Brien.
Yeah, Niall, second free for him there. Yeah, Keith Quinn is over, getting a little bit of sun here now after a long year for him. So, Keith, we hope you're enjoying this so far. 22.5 minutes on the clock as Noel Connerty is ready here with a puck out again. This time, change of tactic. He's going long, looking for Daly again. Daly and Jogger are under that breaking ball. Daly does well. Somehow manages to get the ball into his hand and then fires it inside, but Jack Murphy reads it well. Quick hand pass on to Angus Clark. And this one is dropping, and O'Brien is smelling blood in here now as this one drops inside. Chance to have a look. Then he doesn't go for the score. Pops it back out to Jack Gallagher. Jack with the strike, but Jack, as the umpire looks up at it, that one has gone across the face of the goals.
The shot wasn't just on there, Ray. He was falling towards the sideline. Probably better off to hold on to the ball and try and recycle it.
Yeah. See Jack Gallagher's out picking up Shane Williams here now, but we'll watch Noel Connerty opens the shoulders and fires it straight down the middle of the D there. Daly goes high, doesn't hold on to it. No one wants to hold on to it until Morgan Gabby can control it. Gabby trying to get out, close down well, give a pass inside, and the jogger has it as well, steps inside. A heavy challenge there from Johnny Birmingham. Does well to give it back out here, and the shot is fired in. It's a dangerous one, but Shane Clavin can't afford to let that one go in. It does well, gets a stick on it. It's down inside. Great play back in there. You know, Jack Murphy was at the centre, of a great experience as he fires it long down here towards Jack Gallagher. Jack flicks the ball outside and gets and he has a spare man over on the far side. All the time in the world here now, and a chance for Liam Varley. Varley has a look at the post, and Varley doesn't need a second invite, fires that one over the bar.
No, good team play across the field. Castletown are getting a lot off that off the shoulder run off the far side with 20-30 yards of space.
Yeah, Liam Varley has dropped out to the middle of the field. Micheál Daly picking him up. 1-8-1-7 Castletown. We're 24, just over 24 minutes gone. The Tommy Doyle reaches in, long arm, and gets a hurl onto the ball, brings it to the ground, but needs a little bit of support. Peter Clark is in there trying to get his foot around the ball there, and eventually no one able to claim it here until eventually Tommy Doyle gets in, and Tommy goes to ground. Castletown not too happy about that. A little bit theatrical they feel, but he was fouled. He had nowhere to go there to commit the foul, and Tommy is back on his feet. There'll be a little bit of an injury there to his hole in his hand, but a chance for David Williams now, and just from the 45-metre line, just outside the 45, a chance to get us back on level terms.
Yeah, he's just such a big man. Like, he wasn't going to catch that ball. He was one-sided on it, but he got in, got the stick in, spoiled it, brought it to ground, and that's exactly what you want in a situation like that. And yet again, hard to see a free and jogger because he's such a big physical presence out there. There was a bit of pulling and dragging going on, but
yeah, David Williams is ready with this one. David again just goes through his routine, makes no mistake. His third point, 2 sidelines, and that his first one from a free. And we're all tied at 11, 1 goal in 25 minutes, and a little bit along would have just gone in this opening half. As Kieran O'Brien looks left and goes left, looking for Varley down the far side of the field, goes over his head. Jack Gallagher is on the spin, trying to get away from his man there. Dara Daly is out there with him, and Gallagher does well to fire it back down. A chance for Clavin, who doesn't go for the score, but he looks in and pops it in towards Niall O'Brien, but Niall brought the ball to ground. Great work there by Dan Higgins there. Great work there by the Gaels man. That's a great free as Freddie Riley is foul coming out with it. But again, great anticipation there by the fullback as Niall O'Brien brought the ball to ground. He just stepped in, took the ball then.
Dan Higgins, great deft touch just in when it looked like Niall O'Brien was through. He brought it down the same as Jogger brought it down, but usually that would come into Niall's hand.
On the turn.
But Dan has said it already, an unsung hero in Lough Gaels. I think he's one of the best full backs we've seen in this county for a long, long time.
Yeah, the puck out from Noel Connerty has gone in towards the Castletown D there. Lough Gaels man is on the ground over there. There's a tussle for it, trying to get back up. I don't know who it is. Probably Owen Daly, I think. But Castletown do have the possession here. They're trying to get over it again. The Gaels making it very, very difficult. Eventually, Micheál Daly is trying to get onto the ball, but Peter Clark, lovely stick work from Clark as he goes low, down the line as far as Angus Clark. This time it's off Angus's foot, and the ball is much to the delight of the Lough Gaels supporters. Gone off Angus's foot. It's going to be a line ball on the 65 here, and Shane Williams is going to cut this one.
Yeah, the easy thing for Philly Wright to do was foul him, but he stuck with him. There wasn't an inch of daylight between them, and when the ball arose, he just put him under a bit of pressure. Line ball for the Gaels.
Yeah, just on the 65 here. Shane Williams has done well to get a bit of try tough, and he clips it down the line. Not the best in the world, but it'll work out because David is alert to it, and he has it. Again, Morgan Gavigan trying to shut him down, and Gavigan does very well, prevents much distance on that shot at goal, and Conor Murphy is back there. Murphy pops it on now to Shane Flavin, and Castletown starting to just get a little bit of ball back in there, and Jack Murphy with a beautiful ball out to Niall O'Brien. Now dummies, pulls it back down. Now he's on the 45, has a look, rifles it in and rifles it over the bar.
Yeah,
all that's good about Niall O'Brien there.
Yeah, sold the dummy. It was bought and tapped the ball over the bar. Great score.
Yeah, 1-9 to 1-8 from Fairness Castletown. 27.5 minutes as Noel Connerty is going short with the puck out this time, just trying to gain another 20 metres or so, and he has got it, and he fires it down towards the D. Big high ball down. It's brought down. David Maloney is first to react to it, but then doesn't control it. The Gaels are fighting for it again in there. Breaks down it. Morgan Gavigan has possession, and Gavigan trying to get away, and then has support there from Peter Clark, who flicks the ball by one and then by a second player, and now he has a little bit of space here. Dummies comes back inside, maybe taking too much out of it, and a big hit there on the Geoghegan man. The referee is playing an advantage here, no advantage accruing.
50-50 on that one, Ray.
Yeah, I think the referee is deeming a little bit more than that, because it looks like he's yellow card. Brendan Doyle, I think, with the yellow card.
It was a big hit, and you know, in fairness to the two Gaelsmen before that, there was one or two high hurls, and they got the hurls out of the way that didn't put in that silly challenge. But he had to be stopped.
I think at that stage there's a little bit of frustration. He had man and ball had passed a couple of times, so I think Brendan Doyle's attitude was the two of them are not going to go by me, and that's what happened. But it's an opportunity now for Niall O'Brien to put Castletown 2 up. Yeah,
no, Barry was the right side of it. From here, it's you know, you're such a distance away, it's hard called. He was right up on top of the play, and so far it's you know, you wouldn't be talking about Barry Kelly.
Absolutely. Niall O'Brien has this, and he's about 50 metres or so out. Again, fairly centre, fires it in, rifles it over the bar. 4 point for Niall, 3 from freeze, 1 from play, 1-2 between them, 29 minutes. We can wait for the call what additional time is going to be. It can't be too much, Adrian, because except for that bit of a delay as David Williams got the helmet, probably the only stoppage we've had. But Noel Connerty has his underway down the far side. Vardy reaches high with a long right arm, brings it down, and Angus Clark is on the breaking ball. Angus from the 45 on the run, fires that one in. The umpire's looking up at it. No, it's going to be...
Yeah, he wasn't getting away from Geoghegan. He was right on his toes.
2 minutes is the additional time there. Just been signalled. We're heading into the last 30 seconds or so of the 30 as Noel Connerty has his underway again. Daly is out under this, and this time it goes over his head. But the Lough Gaels men have the ball, but again outnumbered 2-1. Great marking there by David Maloney. Peter Clark was there to help him. Clark opens the shoulder, launch a huge ball. Noel Connerty has his eyes on this one in there. It's inside, but again nice anticipation by the goalie. Kept his eye on it because he knew Niall O'Brien was sniping in there around that one. Has it now, and again a chance for him, and go along with it. Micheál Daly was waiting looking for it, but it's gone towards Dara Daly, or not Owen Daly. Owen doesn't get it, and it's popped over here now to Peter Clark, and Clark has sent this one in with interest, and Niall O'Brien is inside, steps back, and a great ball inside. Gallagher's in there again. Oh, he doesn't get the control, and the ball runs away from him. Yeah, correct decision there.
Yeah, sitting looking for a penalty, but he had lost control of the ball.
Yeah, the puck clearance has gone long. Morgan Gavigan, half-time whistle, probably come at the real wrong time for Castletown because they're very much on the ascendancy now. David O'Reilly over on the far side. He controls it. Can he get a score in? Turns and fires it in. That's a great score from David O'Reilly. Rolling 2 for the number 13.
On the sideline, 27 yards out off his left. Great score.
Yeah, first of the 2 minutes, almost gone. 3 between them, 1-8 to 1-11 in favour of Castletown. Again, no, just slowing it down this time, just waiting for his forwards to reset up there, and then goes down the centre. Tommy Doyle stepping in, goes high, takes it to the ground. Nice dummy as he gets away from his man, and Tommy has a look, fires it in. Is it going to stay inside? Of course it is indeed. That's a great response there from the Gaels man. Tommy Doyle did it all himself. You know, he's a huge man, he's a big advantage when the ball's in the air, but great stick work again from the big number 10.
Absolutely, there's no point in trying to put him out over the line. Like, you know, you have to just try and get technical and get the hooker block in.
The puck out's gone down the far side of it, goes to ground there. Gaels have it again, very, very close to the sideline, going to ground there. Ball is gone out over the sideline there, despite the best efforts of the Gaels defenders there. But again, good work there by Castletown there, has just forced the concession of that line ball over on the far side. The linesman over there is Barry Nee and Peter Clark. Again, probably going to be the last action of the half. Clark's going to take it. He's halfway between 45 and 65 metre line as he's ready to cut this in, taking his time on, looking inside. Two Gaels men on the post, one of them along with Noel Connerty on the goal line, but Peter Clark will have eyes for the scoreboard here. This one, is he going to cut this one in, because it's definitely well within his range. Cuts it in, doesn't get the distance, and Brendan Doyle steps out, slips, goes to ground, doesn't get it, but ball is in there, needs to clear it out of the danger area just before half time. But Brendan does recover and still hasn't got his hand, steps off, takes a heavy tackle there and does well, and the Gaels do pop it out. And then there's a late hit on the Gaels, and then referee just going to come back, but I think there's a yellow card there for
Angus, yeah.
Angus Clark, yellow card just on the half-time whistle. The referee has blown the half-time whistle. Adrian, where is the half gone? It's been super stuff.
It's 10 or 12 minutes we're sitting here, Ray, but I don't know how it looks on the TV, but definitely here it's top-class entertainment, a fantastic county final. And in credit there with Barry, he let the ball run again, see we're going to work it out before and dealt with the yellow card afterwards. Look, as in relation to refereeing, 100% so far. All the calls seem to be fairly good. It hasn't been about the referee, it's been about the 30 men on the pitch playing the game.
Yeah, Gaels are going to go in 2 points behind. You know, they were down 3 at one stage, got a great goal to bring them back into it. The goal coming from Aaron Kennedy, number 15, up against that other goal from David O'Reilly down the other end.
Yeah, no, and look at the skills on view today, Ray, has been absolutely top class.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, you know, any of the county management out here with Saoirse Bulfin will be impressed with what they're looking at. Yeah,
with that, Adrian, we're going to take a break here on commentary. We're going to be going down pitch side where we'll be joined again for a little bit more analysis. John Shaw will be with us, as will Paul O'Donovan. So join us in a couple of minutes, touch side.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Back here pitch side with the lads again. John, that's been a cracking first half.
Super game, I have to say. You know, what we wanted, I suppose, definitely Castletown have brought a bit more hunger, I'd say, and physicality to it today. But the Gaels look extremely dangerous as well. Like, it's a real 50-50 game. Like, Owen Daly's been outstanding again. Like, he had a Super County final last year. Himself and the jogger are causing all sorts of problems for the Castletown defence. And you have to say, like, I suppose every time the ball goes into both sets of full back lines, there's danger danger all over. Like David Riley has looked extremely dangerous up front for Castletown as well. I thought Angus and Peter Clark have done really well there in the last few minutes as well. Niall O'Brien was quiet, but then a moment of just magic then to get that point out on the left hand side. But very, very hard to call, Ray. I think Castletown definitely have sat back a little bit more there in the last few minutes of that first half. They've got better joy on the breaks there when they put numbers around it, but very, very hard to call.
Adrian, 5 scores, five of the 6 forwards on both sides have scored.
Yeah, and it's a credit. Conditions are adding to it here today also as well. But look, the feeling is what really caught my eyes. The amount of feeling here today, catching clean ball out, and as John says, on both half forward lines from both puck outs, when they break, both forward lines are very, very dangerous. Anything can happen here for the next 33 or 4 minutes. Really, really looking forward to it. It's been a thrilling first half for me.
Yeah, Paul, 2 quality goals. Yeah. David O'Reilly with the one for Castletown, which coming early in the game was really, really a tonic boost. But the Gaels showed their mettle and responded then as well.
Yeah, trademark goal from David O'Reilly. We've seen him do that so many times. He's one of the best players in the country, getting the ball in his hand. When that hand goes up, it's very hard, and he gets in possession. There was only one place he was going to put it on, a lovely low finish. He gave the goalie no chance. And at the other end, then an equally good goal. It was Aaron Kennedy. Super finish again, low to the net. But as I say, great game. I'm delighted Barry Kelly called off the game last week when he did, because we're now being treated as a proper game of hurling, Ray, in great conditions, and we're seeing the players. The skill level here is huge. We haven't even mentioned that David Williams scored 2 superb sideline balls, both from each side. A great skill and wonderful to see.
Yeah, you just got in front of me. Like I was going to say it to John, one left, one right. I think Adrian said to me on commentary that if this was down in Kilkenny or Cork or Tip, we'd be raving about those kind of scores.
Without doubt. I think the 2 line balls, one on the left, just incredible. And I think Niall O'Brien's bit of skill out there in the sidelines as well. And probably the two of them, both managers will be hoping to get more out of both David Williams and Niall O'Brien. But the type of players that they are, they're such high quality. They only need a glimpse, I suppose, to come into it. I'd say in the second half you'll see both those players playing big roles in the games.
Yeah, Shane Williams has been involved as well. Good score. He had a couple of shots on goal as well. The first one from a free from long distance, but he's had an influence as well, driving forward out that half back line, and all over. It's really, as John said first, it's very, very hard to call this one.
Absolutely. Look, Shane has been doing it all year. The move back to wing back for Shane Williams, we commented on one of the early podcasts, has been a great move. Also the move of Brendan Doyle to the middle of the field, partnering with Micheál Daly. The work rate that's going on here in the middle of the field from the two lads is fantastic. But look, it's great to be here. Yeah. It's such a huge crowd. It's a great day for Westmeath hurling. As you said already, the line balls, we'll be sharing it on TikTok and Instagram and everything if it was somebody else is doing it. So let's do it when it's our own lads.
Yeah, Paul, can you call this one?
Oh, gee. I think Loughlin Gaels have been going more direct in the first half. I think it suits their style, as the Twin Towers of the Sale got lots of possession, as John said. I just thought the last 6-7 minutes of the first half, I just thought Castletown were getting back into the game and got on top. Peter Clark was doing great work around the middle. I said the Gaels, I'll have to stick with them now.
Yeah, John, you said it. It's so hard to call this, and they're so evenly matched. Castletown, their puck outs, it seems to be spreading it more, so looking for a lower ball into the half hour Lene Vardy, whereas Noel Connerty is going route one. He's two big paws, as Adrian said, up here on the half hour line, and the jogger has been outstanding, 2 great scores as well.
Jogger's been outstanding at all. I think definitely Owen Daly and Jogger are causing the Castletown half back in big problems. They're so physical, and they're good hurlers as well. Have left and right as well. But definitely Castletown are certainly playing more direct hurling today, though. Even in the half back line, they're not really looking for the corners as much. They're hitting a lot of high long ball in, and in fairness to David Riley, and Niall O'Brien's good in the air as well, so there's always goal chances. I'd say I hope there is a few more goals in this game. It looks like there will be anyway.
Yeah, Riley got isolated 1-on-1 in there. It was one thing that Joy Williams didn't want happen, and he punished them. But credit to the cornerbacks, Dara Daly and Dan Riley have stuck well to it, as has Dan Higgins, following Niall O'Brien all over the place as well.
Yeah, and it's as John knows, that movement that Castletown are creating, it's what the man on the sideline wants. He wants to see all that movement. They're dropping back very deep by times, even 1-on-1 inside. But look at Dan Higgins has had 2 or 3 fantastic plays there at full back. Came out, those deft touches, easy layoff, and good layoff, the long delivery. But as you said already, the threat on the both half forward lines with Jogger and Owen Daly on the Gael side, and then on the other side with Niall O'Brien and
Lene.
Riley inside. Like a long ball is working, and it's great to see it. You know, we're not messing around with the ball in the middle of the pitch, hand passing over and back direct, and it's absolutely great to see it.
Yeah, well, look, we're going to finish up here on our sideline analysis. We're going to, for our viewers home, we're going to go back, Tads. Gives myself and Adrian time to get back up. But look, we look forward to an exciting second half. We'll be back down here pitchside for presentation. Hopefully that we don't end up on a draw. So join us again after the match when myself and Adrian will be back in commentary shortly.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners, a local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GAA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.
Welcome back and come to myself and Adrian made our way back up. Adrian, we were just talking off camera here that, you know, Warren Williams probably had been the one forward on the Gaels and hadn't been involved in the game, and I guess Joey Williams is looking at the same game as we were, because on the half time immediately we see Derry McNicholas introduced.
Yeah, in on the edge of the square, and I think that's his most dangerous position. Either there or outside the 45 picking up loose ball, but I hate to see him in the corner, Ray. I like him in there around the square.
Yeah, Barry Kennedy, as he has done always when he's throws it in almost at the stand, and the ball breaks and Angus Stark shifts it on straight away to Niall O'Brien. Niall, one look, 45 metres out, no mistake. Game on again.
Yeah, and that'll be the start that Niall would have wanted, as you said already. He hasn't been in a lot of the game in the first half. First ball in the second half over the bar just from a breaking ball.
Puck out from Noel Connery. Don't know if there's any breeze or something, but certainly a long one right down into the half-forward line. And it's cleared down the line there by the Castletown, but Dara Quamer is back. Reads that one, goes low. Not controlled there by Conor Murphy, but Peter Clark is alert to it. He come out, he's on his knees in there, needs a little bit of support. David Williams again can't roll, lift it up either, and eventually it's flicked out where Brendan Doyle edges it forward a little bit more, but Jack Murphy, the man from Carrow, steps in, clears it, nice ball down here in front of Vardy. Vardy lets the ball hop. He looked like he was being pulled back there, but Jack Gallagher's on it. But good play by Dara Daly, pops the hurl down top of the ball but doesn't get it into his hand and allows Castletown to get in around, and then Shane Williams puts a little bit of order to it and clears it over the shoulder, down the line it goes. David Williams goes high, doesn't hold it, but he's in there fighting for it. Morgan Gavigan trying to get it, but Williams has picked his pocket, so shrugs off Murphy, had his hand held surely, then unorthodox, lovely skill inside as the ball, as Barry Kelly obviously had seen the infringement there. Marcus Kenny did well to grab that ball, but he was blocked as he was trying to get the strike away, and it's going to come back out for
TEG.
That gap that a little bit again.
Yeah, no, good call. He was definitely being fouled, and yet again he allowed the advantage to see where it was going. It wasn't going anywhere, so he called it back for free under 45 here for David Williams.
A minute and 40 into this second half. David Williams about to take this free. He's just half metre inside the Castletown 45 metre line. David, 2 quality line ball points in the first half and 1 from a free. This a chance for him to get his 4th of the day. Makes no mistake, rifles it over the bar.
Castletown lining up now with David Riley inside, and alongside him Liam Varley, where that swap was with Niall O'Brien.
Yeah. See O'Brien out on the 40 here. He's under this ball as Shane Williams, or Philly Riley, goes high, bats it back, but Shane Clavin reads the breaking ball, and he turns and fires it over into the corner, looking for that man, David O'Reilly, out in front of his man there. That's Dan Riley. Dan does well, just to hold him close to the sideline, but David O'Reilly looking around him, and then half hooked as he tried to fire the ball across into the centre. Might work out here for the Gaels, but Brendan Doyle doesn't control it, and Conor Murphy pops the pass on here now, and Varley, he has a look at the post, fires it in, and he fires it over the bar. Second point of the game for Liam Varley.
Yeah, typical what Liam Varley's been doing all year. Anything inside 70 yards, he's well capable of scoring it off the left, over the bar, 45 yards out.
Yeah, man who spent a couple of years in Australia, down travelling down under, but he's back. 2 points here now, Castletown, playing him up in the half-forward line. He does well, he shows that he's well fit to take a score. The puck out, Tommy Doyle goes high in there, ball breaks down inside, but Morgan Gavigan back sweeping here, and a chance for Morgan just to have a look, and he fires it long down the line. It goes. Niall O'Brien out in front of his man. O'Brien shovels it back to Varley again. Varley thought about taking the strike, but knew he was going to be blocked, and then can't take the ball in his hand again. Puts it across to Jack Gallagher. Jack on the run here, coming towards the 20-metre line, lays it off to Riley. Riley with the shot, but again, nice height there for Noel Connerty there. Noel does well to keep that one from going out over the sideline, and they have it again, get it away there. But again, Riley or Gallagher might have been better off just taking the score there, because and danger still not gone though, because Castletown have it again, and Jack Gallagher has it here again. Oh, high tackle here now. We're going to come back for a free on the 20-metre line.
Yeah, firstly on the first one there, the goal wasn't on. He was giving the ball out along the end line. The shot wasn't on. It was a tap over point to keep the scoreboard ticking over. But look, it looks like there's a score going to come from it, with Niall O'Brien setting up to take the free here in the 21.
Yeah, Niall just making his way over, just getting the signal from referee Barry Kelly. Is Barry just across behind him to get a good view of it, just outside the 20-metre line, maybe 2 or 3 metres out, but the angle will suit Niall.
You just can't let Niall O'Brien out in front of you, like we did on the last pucker from the Gaels. From Castletown, the Gaels have to be out in front. You have to get in that hurling, that blocking, that little shift to put them off.
Yeah, 6 points for Niall. The lead gone back out of 4, 114 to 110. Noel Connerty back down in the post on our left hand side. The Dunstores end here of TEG Cusack Park. Fires it down, dropping on the 45. The jogger's gone in under, looking for it. Johnny Birmingham trying to make a news himself as well, but David Williams picks up the breaking ball, but his attempted hand pass is well blocked down there, but Morgan Gavigan trying to come out with it. Morgan gets dispossessed, and then David Williams gets a shot, and a great block in there, and Johnny Birmingham picks it up. Johnny stretches the legs as he heads out into a bit of open ground here, and then has to strike it off the stick, but just drops it then, and then kicks it down the line in front of him. Johnny might have been better off if he let it go the first time, but he gets it away from the danger area, and a line ball for Shane Williams and for Lough Gaels back just outside their own 45-metre line.
Yeah, Niall O'Brien screaming forward on the far side of the field as soon as he got a lot of space in front of him, but Johnny just didn't pick him up on the radar at that time. Yeah, came out with a fantastic clearance after blocking it down. Not the best line ball in the world, and Angus Clark doesn't control it, and then Michael Daly does well to get a stick on it, but Angus capitalises on a little bit of sloppy play there, and he steps in and he pots it down the line where Jack Gallagher has it again. Jack has been on a lot of ball, then pops it on quickly now to Murphy. Murphy with 2 points to his name so far is back to O'Brien, goes to his left and then comes back on his right hand side, and that shot from Niall, that time it's across the face that goes in wide. Yeah, Niall definitely getting an awful lot more ball than he did in the first half. Very prominent here in the second half. Liam Varley after switching him out now towards the middle of the field. Yeah, 9 wides on the game so far for the Castletown Geoghegan as Noel Connerty looks around to see what options are on from back down there in the post, and then fires it left-handed down here looking for Owen Daly. Up. Jack Murphy went high there, but it breaks towards the jogger. The jogger has it, shortens the stick and then steps nicely inside. Surely being fouled. The referee doesn't see it, has to hold the ball. And then Castletown Geoghegan, I don't know how he managed to get that up without fouling the ball, but and then Johnny Birmingham tried to take a little bit of a spectacular shot there, but he managed to give it off, and the breaks kindly, you know, because there's a chance for Aaron Kennedy. Aaron flicks it inside. David Williams doesn't get it as well inside there. The Gaels fighting for it, and again the ball fired inside. The jogger has it again. Oh, brought to the ground this time. No mistake in it this time. The referee is playing the advantage. There will be, I'm sure, a yellow card here. Johnny Birmingham was the man that pulled him down there, but I thought he should have been a free earlier on. But look, it went and it led into a nice bit of play. And I think is it going to be a card for Johnny Birmingham? But David Williams is standing over this one. No.
Takes the point from it, just narrows the gap back to 3 points again. 114 and 111.
Yeah, look, it was from a Castletown side, he nearly had to foul him. Geoghegan was straight through, but Geoghegan having a massive influence in this game.
Yeah, puck out from Kieran O'Brien has gone long, right down to the 45 line. Shane Williams goes high, but it's gathered down by Dara Daly. Dara over the shoulder, but then manages to find it. The Geoghegan number 6, but he gets his pocket picked as Jack Murphy, and then Owen Daly was trying to flick a little ball over. Great hooking there by Aaron Glennon was in there and just prevented Daly from getting that ball in space. Glennon needs a little bit of support. David Maloney does very well and pops a little ball on now to Johnny Berwin. Johnny with a little underhanded hand pass on now to Conor Murphy. Murphy has the jersey pulled there. 2 Gaels men around him. Goes to ground. Alan Mangan is wondering what he has to do to get it free. Ball is eventually given inside, and Peter Clark, a little bit of lazy tackle there, not much in it there, but Shane Williams goes to ground, knew exactly what was going to happen, and he gets the free and the chance now for the Gaels to get. Derek McDick has just been encouraged to go back up front. He's dragged, come out a long way from the full forward position.
He did, yeah. He was getting the tackles in. Look at it for the first 4 or 5 minutes here in the second half. The Gaels' intensity just wasn't where it needed to be. Last 3 or 4 minutes, Ray, it's definitely back up at a high intensity. Lots of hooks, blocks, tackles going in.
Yeah, and Shane Williams has delivered this free, and he's going to stay in play because the big men are down underneath it. It's batted down. They have a chance to get it, but then going to ground there. Aaron Kennedy, I think it is, and he's on his knees. I don't know who has the ball here, but it eventually comes inside where Owen Daly has it. Daly has some room to swing the hurl there, but he manages to somehow get the ball into his hand. And then Jordan's stick and fires it over the bar from about 15 metres or so out. I don't know how he got room to even swing it in there, but great defending, but Daly persevered and gets the reward.
Yeah, 15 metres out, 15 men around him when he got that strike in.
Yeah, Kieran O'Brien has gone long down the far side of the field. Broken down here now, and Niall O'Brien is on it again. Over the shoulder, in towards Riley. Now, dangerous because there's 1-on-1 inside here. But the Gaels defenders sore to deal with it. And then Angus Clark steps in. Angus pops it back to Riley. Riley has time to plant his foot and fire the shot in. And he fires it over the bar. Great score from the young man again.
Yeah, Dan Riley just missed the opportunity getting it up first time, getting rid of it. You have to say the scores are coming a little bit easier for Castletown when they do make the attacks.
Yeah, puck out again down there for Noel Connery again. He's just looking, goes short out to Micheál Daly. Micheál on the 45. Had a look and then just turns around and tries to fire it down, but he's going to find David Williams. Williams stepping away from Morgan Gavigan. Comes back inside. Fires this one in. Umpire's looking up at it. Off the upright. Back down. It's Shane Clavin sweeping back in there with his full back line. He's the first to react. Gets it and fires it high down the far side of the pitch. O'Brien is under this one again. Steps forward. Doesn't get it to hand. And instead Micheál Daly picks it up behind him, and Micheál first time drives it down the line. The foot rest here, 4 players go for it. It eventually breaks kindly for Peter Clark, bounces off a couple of tackles, does well to find Conor Murphy, and Murphy, he opens the shoulder, he launches it. This is a huge stroke. Conor Murphy is a young talented hurler. Adrian has nailed down a place on this team this year, and he's been outstanding. He's third of the day.
Yeah, Conor's been very prominent on development squads coming up along, minor under 20, and that's his third score of the day. Just said yourself, pushing it back out now to 4 points.
Yeah, 116, 112 as this one drops. Looking for Tommy Doyle. Tommy lets the ball go on the ground and gets away from Johnny Birmingham, but he's still going. Kicks it forward. Yeah, looked like he was being fouled there, and I think the referee gets the call absolutely bang on there, because there was a foul there on Tommy Doyle. He was coming in there. He lost the stick as well. But again, Jogger's right on it today here.
On the money, Ray. Yeah, every time he gets that ball, you can sense that air of excitement around the stand here in the park. You know, bringing a massive county final to his performance to his county final.
Yeah, chance to get it back to 3 here for David Williams. David has 5 on the day so far here. 3 from frees, 2 from those line balls. He'll be hoping to make this 4 from frees. He lifts, he strikes, makes no mistake, fires it over the bar, and we're back again to 3 points. 11.5 minutes on the clock in the second half. 116, 113. Adrian Kieran O'Brien not just hurrying up, but this time just settling it down, but then turns around and then fires a nice low ball out, looking for his brother Niall. Niall beaten in the air to it, that time by Dan Riley, but it works out nicely because David Williams, he reads the breaking ball, gives it into Clavin, who has a chance to look up and fires it inside. Again, Riley inside. Riley controls it. It's about to be closed down, but you cannot give David Riley that kind of time. Turns around, a goal on 4 now for the number 13.
Yeah, it's fairly direct from Castletown. They're trying to play it very, very simple. They're hitting more of the corners now than they were in the first half, where they're going for the square in the first half, and that suits David Riley out in front.
Yeah, sub about to be introduced here, but the puck out has Gone from the clock line Gaels because English starts out then, and Vardy is drifted into space here, heading towards the 20-metre line. Is he going to go for the goal? He has time. Fired in. But a straight at Noel Connolly. Noel as well, he stood up. You would expect him to save that Adrian, but I think either side of him it could have been but the danger's not gone because Niall O'Brien on the 45, he rifles it in, he rifles it over the bar.
Yeah, Liam will be disappointed when he looks back at himself, but he, probably had too much time when he sidestepped in, and bottom corner was the spot, but he just hit it straight at Noel.
Yeah, he stood up. Keeper had to make the save, but he did stand tall, and suddenly we're gone out to 5, the biggest lead. As the puck out has gone down the far side of the pitch, it's flicked inside with Shane Clavin. He's doing great work there for the Castletown, sitting in front of his full back line. David Maloney, an unsung hero, he's been outstanding, battling for this one as well. David Williams is after, but David loses it, and eventually it's picked up in there by the Gaelsman again, but again, no room to even swing a stick in there, and Jack Murphy then pops it on, and Nisha McKenna, off the left hand, fires it down, looking for Vardy again. This time, Liam had it gone before he had the ball in his hand, and Dara Quamer picks it up behind him. Quamer, low ball down the sideline here. Angus Clark is the first to react to it. Angus gets it on the second attempt. Freddie Riley trying to shut him down. Angus spins, turns. Riley is 1-on-1 inside here. There's a tussle in there. Referee letting them have. Gaels man is defending well there. It's on the ground, but referee, he's playing the advantage here, but I think it was a 6-1, half a dozen the other there, but the ball is cleared down this side of the field. Ball goes to ground. Derek trying to get on the play. Hasn't been involved much so far in this opening 14 minutes or so, but he's tossing in here. David Williams trying to get on it with the white helmet. Ball flicked away from David, and it's picked up here now, and the Gaels have a chance to get the ball away here now, where it's gone on to Murphy. Murphy, seeing that the tackle was coming in, stepped away from it, and off his left hand, cross-field ball, looking for Riley. Angus Clark, or Niall O'Brien has drifted off him. Riley, what a catch from the young man. Needs a little bit of support here, doesn't get it, and the Gaels clear it down. Crucial ball here now, gone down the side, but again, Clavin has been playing that sweeper position expertly, and then gives the ball straight to Derek McNicholas, and he gets the shot on, and he gets his first score.
I think you might just see here Owen Daly gone straight to the dressing room, looked at his thumb, not looking very good for Owen. He's gone straight to the dressing room. Loughlin Gaels looking at putting in
two subs down below us here, John Egan and Jason Malone, but referee, they haven't done anything yet because the puck out has gone to Niall O'Brien. Niall coming back in the middle of the field, has the hurl pull. The referee, I think, is going to allow the advantage because he's found Angus Clark in space over on that 13-metre line. Angus looks up, he won't go for the score. He comes back out, looks up, and that man Vardy is drifted across here in the space. Vardy with the time, plant his feet again. Adrian, Joey Williams will be disappointed, but that's a couple of times Liam Vardy has a chance just to plant his feet and fire a score. Joey's about to empty the bench here now.
Yeah, and Joey's and Jim Bob down there are having strong words. Joey wouldn't have even seen that last score. It's obviously something to do with Owen Daly coming off and trying to get it sorted here on the sideline. And when paperwork's handed in, it's handed in. I don't think you can take it back. That's my experience on it anyway. But when somebody hasn't entered the pitch, you'd imagine it should be able to be changed from a sideline's point of view.
No, I don't know.
It's still going on here, as you can see. I don't know whether it's on camera or not on the sideline, but Sean Sheridan down now with the fourth official.
The sub coming in. The number 21 has come in. The number 21 is Jordan Williams, but the number that put up to take off was number 10, Tommy Doyle. He's not coming off, but let's see who are they taking off.
This is the last thing that Loughlin Gaels need now. This. Yeah. But on the other side of it, it's actually slowing the game down, and it might give them a chance to reset. But the focus has to be right from the lads on the pitch.
Owen Daly has gone off.
I don't think we'll see Owen Daly back. He went straight to the dressing room, and from the vantage point here, it looked like his thumb seemed to be like a dislocation.
That's the sub that we thought. Owen Daly being replaced by Jordan Williams. Anyway, the puck out has gone. It's gone out over the sideline as it is indeed, despite Derek McNicholas' best efforts. So there's still two subs that are going to come in a second. Now let's see. Cornerback is Dan Riley. He's making his way off. John Egan is going in there, wearing the number 19. Jason Malone is the last sub to be introduced. Are they going to do that just yet? Looks like he's waiting. Let's see. It is Brendan Doyle is making his way off. Jason Malone has made his way on. So Big roll of the dice there now by Joey Williams. Play will get underway with a line ball here for Peter Clark. He's halfway between his own 45 and 65. Cuts it, but doesn't get great height in it. And Dara Quamer steps in and he wins it. Has a chance to have a look over his shoulder, but not the best strike in the world. And Clark steps in and he wins it. Goes low, down to Jack Gallagher, who controls it. Gallagher takes on his man. He's gone by his man. Has he had a chance to get the score? And he does. He fires it in. And that's the 6th of the Castletown Geoghegan forwards now to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and Gaels need a score. You know, need to get his scoreboard ticking over again. Derek, look, you have to look at bringing Derek out around the half-forward line, try and get him on a bit of ball.
Yeah, and at this stage, it's getting close to time that they're going to need a goal, Adrian, because there's 6 in it, and the ball gone inside. Dara Quamer doesn't control it in. Clark steps in, and then Conor Murphy does well. Murphy buffing it around there, and the referee doesn't give a free, and David Williams very, very close to the sideline. Lucky he didn't step out over. Nisha McKenna steps in, gets it back to Morgan Gavigan. Gavigan steps away from his man, and then he has a chance to get the strike away. Again, fires it down. The other number 7 is Shane Williams. He's going to step in, and he'll return it with interest. Inside it goes again. Gaels need to start winning balls in here. This one is broken down, but David Maloney is tossing for it. Maloney steps out by attacking there as if there was no one there, and then off his left hand relieves it over the far side. Riley is over there hunting for it, gets it, stick to it, and gets it to the ground. Now he's on the 45, looks up. Peter Clark has made a run down the centre, gets the ball, bunts away from his man, takes the shot. Oh, what a save from Noel Kennedy. But then, unbelievable save. The first one was good, but the second one was even better. Mihal Daly does well to clear it out here. Noel Kennedy might just have kept his side. Whatever little bit of a hope they have, Adrian, might have just kept his side in the final.
Yeah, and it's, you know, top drawer save. 2 of them on the reflection went back out. I think it was Liam Varley that pulled on it. You know, spread his body very wide across the ground to make contact, and you know, definitely has kept the Gaels in the game.
Yeah, there was a great chance in the ball pull, and it was Liam Varley, but again, unbelievable save then. 6 between them. The free has gone down. Jogger is underneath it. Can't get a hand on it. Ball goes to ground. He's fighting an aerial battle on his own now, and Morgan Gavigan steps in, wins the ball, pops it out to Murphy. Murphy turns and runs straight into the presence there of Jason Malone. But the Gaels hunting for it, and then the referee signals that there had been a foul on Conor Murphy, and it's going to be a free out, and just a chance for Castletown just to settle things down a little bit.
Yeah, and it's now that the Gaels need the leaders. They need your Derek McNicholas, Jogger to keep going. You know, this is where they need to stand up now and try and get a couple of scores here and keep them in the county final.
Yeah. Peter Murphy, the second of the Murphy brothers, ready to come be introduced, but we'll watch it. Kieran O'Brien is ready with the puck out, with this free from his own 45. It's a long one there, in under there, drops, goes to ground there. The Gaelsman don't control it, breaks for Jack Gallagher. Jack trying to snipe in, gets a shot in, it's gone out for a 65. There was a block on Gallagher there. He saw the sniff for goal there, Adrian. He stepped through and into a little bit of a space there, but he got a block on it just by the Gaelsman.
Yeah, Jack has been on a lot of ball all day. You know, a lot of the ball going in there. He's been involved laying off passes, and you know, Castletown are looking just that much more dangerous up front. They're definitely a bigger threat up front at the moment.
Peter Murphy is just been introduced here for Liam Varley, but Varley again had the chance of a couple of goals, just didn't work out for Liam there, but he didn't get 3 points, and he's contributed very well to this campaign all throughout the year. But it's gone out now for here with Niall O'Brien with the 65, and I think at this stage it goes out to 7 points. This lead might be insurmountable. But then we said that a couple of times during the year with the Gaels as well, so they won't give up. Niall, he fires this one in straight as an arrow and straight over the crossbar. A great score there from Niall O'Brien.
Yeah, and here's where a bit of games management comes into it. Like, the Gaels now need to manufacture 1 or 2 frees, you know, get a couple of scores on the board, whatever it takes to do that. That's what they have to do. Yeah,
Dara Quamer fires it down here towards Jogger, Tommy Doyle, and Tommy has a look at the post, needs to get that scoreboard moving again. He fires in and fires it over there. Point number 3 for Tommy Doyle, but it's the bare minimum they need.
Yeah, but they all count, Ray, and if they can keep tipping them over, you know, another 2 or 3 points there, bring it back within contention.
Yeah, Kieran O'Brien has gone over to the right hand side with this, and Niall's brother is out there. Gets a good shoulder there, and Gaels coming on here with Shane Williams. Greg bursts through. Can he get another score? Fires it in, and he does. He gets a lovely score there for Shane Williams. That's Shane's second one. Might be just a lift for him. There's probably 10-12 minutes still to go on this.
There is, yeah, because we had a bit of a stoppage here as well, and you know, that's Shane Williams all year. You know, gathering that ball outside the midfield area, breaking tackles and slotting it over the bar. A fantastic score for him.
Yeah, Kieran O'Brien's puck out is gone, and Angus Clark claims this one. He turns, fires it into Riley, hops off his hand. Jack Gallagher is on the breaking ball, but Jack drops it as well. The Gaels defenders trying to shut him down there, trying to bring it out here. Gallagher is still fighting for it. Who has it? No one able to get clean possession on. Gaels man eventually goes down, picks it up, pops it on now to Tommy Doyle. Tommy trying to get away from Johnny Birmingham. Does get away from Johnny Birmingham, but Birmingham is ready to get the hook on him, but Juggler gets away from him, and then can't get a great strike on it, but it might still work because it is picked up inside there by Jordan Williams. Williams across into the centre. Joggers on it again. Shot. Oh, great save by Kieran O'Brien. Chance. Oh, Derek can't get the ball into his hand, but it's still there. Shot comes in low. It's gone out. It's gone for a 65. Oh, I would have put my money on the Jogger finishing down to the back of the net. Did everything right, but great credit to the goalkeeper, Kieran O'Brien. Kept low on the ball and got it out away from the danger. It goes for a 65, but certainly if we'd got a goal that time, Adrian, we certainly would have had game on.
Yeah, from the distance, Jogger shot it. It was on the money. It was bounced in front of the goalkeeper, and it was a very, very good save. No more than Connie's at the other end of the pitch a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
Tap this over the bar, though, Ray. We're still well in it.
We're back to a 4-point game.
We're well in a good contention for the end of a county final. The last maybe there's 7 minutes left on the clock here, and probably another 3 to be added to it. So, the Gaels will feel that they're really, really in contention enough to get this one over the bar and bring it back to.
Great credit though to Kieran O'Brien. He's only gone into the goals this year. Really, is his first year, and he had played out the field, of course, with Castletown, but he kept his eye on that one all the way and made a great save. The 65 has come in from David Williams, and he makes no mistake. Fires that one over the bar, and we're back now to 4 points.
The Gaels just need to keep working the hooks, the blocks, getting those tackles in, what they have been good at throughout, but it's even more important now that they continue to do it.
You know, Adrian, at some stage during the championship again, in the game against Hurling, when it looked like they were going to go out of the championship 6 points down, heading into injury time, and managed to pull 2 goals out of nowhere. So they'll have belief. They'll still go on. But Castletown with a lovely ball fired into Riley. Riley gets away from his man. Riley has a look at the post, and David Riley fires it over the bar. Goal and 5 for the young man from Castletown Geoghegan. One. Super hurler.
Yeah, and it's very, very hard to deal with that ball. There's 30 yards of space in front of him, 2-man full forward line. Ball being played in very, very well from that platform in the half-back line here of Castletown.
Yeah, if you can isolate him one-on-one at all, he's so dangerous. But the Gaels have the possession again here, carrying it forward. And again, Jason Malone just taking too much out of that there. Correct decision. The referee immediately signals.
Yeah, he was kind of in 2 minds what to do with it. Jason Malone had a big impact here during the summer in games, and he did come on. Be looking to contribute a little bit more now for the next 7 or 8 minutes.
David Fennell has just been introduced. Johnny Birmingham making his way off here, and David Fennell again, hugely experienced player. Has played county hurling at a young age. Good to see him back, commuting over and back from London. As we watch Niall O'Brien put his power into that one, and from deep inside his own 65, Niall O'Brien fires that one over the bar. And I think you said it earlier a couple of minutes ago, Adrian, scores coming easier for Castletown.
Yeah, they're just Shane Williams doing well there under the stand, got kind of outnumbered and try and get the strike off line ball now for Loughlin Gaels. But yeah, it's the space inside for Castletown and the direct ball that's going into them, where at the other end of the field it's an awful lot more hard work for Loughlin Gaels to come across the scores.
Yeah, Shane Slavin is sweeping inside there. He's been pulled back as well, and so it suits Castletown to give themselves that little bit more space inside. Into the last 4 minutes of the 30. It's a nice line ball. It's clipped in, flicked in. Oh, Kieran O'Brien is on it again. I think it's in the... No, where is it? Don't know where it is. It's still there. It's coming out. Somehow or other it's coming out. I don't know how, but it's maybe... Shot comes in, and again David Maloney somehow gets a block, and it's gone out, I think, for a wide ball. Oh my God.
He has a 65. Arm up for a 65.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. I think it had been blocked, but
David Williams' shot.
Just looking at the melee in there, I'm not sure it could even have been blocked, but I don't know how in the original incident there, how they didn't get over the line. I think Kieran O'Brien, as the last line of defence there, got the block on it and kept it out of the back of the net, and
Yeah, Barry Kelly going in now to consult with his umpires.
Yeah, but I think the call is right now. I think there's a change of call there, but the 65 is the call, I think, that's coming from the umpire now. Barry's gone in, Alan Mangan is looking on.
I'm not sure you can see it off camera or not, but if you look at the other end of the field where David Riley is, like the space that's both left and right of him, you're looking at 50 yards both sides of David Riley, and that's what's hurting Lough Gaels, that fast ball going in on the opposite end of the pitch, to where we're talking about.
The yellow card in his hand. I don't know what he's doing there, but Jack Murphy, I think.
Yeah.
Yellow card.
Yeah.
Umpires changed the signal because now it has gone. I think maybe it wasn't a 65 and said it was a call to come out, but we're on the way again, and Niall O'Brien has the puck out again as he comes across the Gaels 65. Lovely dummy. Still keeps the control on. He's about to be shut down, and he then has the whereabouts to get the pass on, and the ball is fired in, and it's fired over. I think that's Peter Murphy, I think, with his first score since he was introduced. Again, O'Brien did all the dirty work there.
Absolutely, and we spoke about it at half-time. We hadn't been in much ball for the first 33 or 4 minutes, but in the second half, Niall O'Brien has led Castletown from the front.
The ball from the puck out is dropped in on the Castletown 20-metre line. There's a melee in there. They're very, very difficult to get any kind of an opening there because Castletown have numbers in around their ball. Who has it been picked up? I think it's Angus Clark somehow or other, but Angus is blocked down. Tommy Doyle is trying to pull on it. Ball is moved away towards the sideline, and Castletown have it again. It's cleared out over the sideline, but at this stage, with a minute and a half to go, Adrian, anywhere will do as far as Castletown are concerned.
Absolutely, yeah. Jogger got the hook in there, like
7 points between them.
7 points out now, Ray. It's very, very hard to see a comeback from Gaels to get a county title. In fairness to Castletown, their work rate in the second half has matched Lough and Gaels.
Yeah, the line ball has gone in there. It's picked up there by Peter Murphy. Bounces away from one tackle, does well. Gives it on now, and it's the second of the Murphy brothers. Then a little ball flicked on. Peter Clark is trying to move it down the line, but Micheál Daly takes it off. But Micheál, he's trying to get a shot in here, and the ball is blocked down. It's going to be a line ball. A line ball for Lough Gaels just on their own 45. We wait for the call. See what additional time will be added on. Shane Williams is going to cut this line ball in. Again, needs to get it into the danger area, and he has done exactly that. Ball is broken down inside. Who's first to react? Again, it's a Castletown Geoghegan man. But the Gaels then trying to get an opportunity here, a shot, and it is finished in the back of the net.
That brings it back to 4 points.
4 points.
I didn't hear the announcement right now.
4 minutes in the additional time is what's called. The ball finished in the back of that.
Barry Kelly is changing that time. I think he's looking like 3 minutes. The signal he's given from the field looks like 3 minutes.
3 minutes is the additional time. So 3 minutes for the Gaels to get 4 points. The puck out is batted down, and now there's 2 Gaels men on the off. Shane Williams went off without it. Needs a little bit of support. Goes to ground. Referee doesn't give him the free, but Philly Riley is there. Philly trying to get it forward, and then looked like there was a foul on Shane Williams there as he was about to break through with the ball. There's the Castletown man came back and swarmed around him, but referee says that there was an overcarry there by Philly Riley. 2:17, 1:24, 23-27.
After that hit on Shane Williams, from here looked like a free, but we're far away from it. Castletown didn't panic. They got around Philly Riley, they stood him up and made him overcarry the ball. Lough Gaels, the last thing they want from here is a score coming from this.
Yeah, O'Brien is going to hit this now. It's a long way back. I don't think he's going to get the distance in it, but it's going to be in the danger because Riley takes it down with one hand. There's a chance. Jack Gallagher, can he get a strike on it? Oh, they get a block on it. Micheál Daly is back in, but he can't get it into his hand either. Riley is still fighting for it in there. It's still in the danger area. Castletown. And eventually, Tommy Doyle is at the wrong end of the field as far as the Gaels are concerned, but he gives it out to Nolly Connolly. Connolly looks up, and Nolly has gone. Route 1. There's about 10 men from both clubs inside there, breaks inside with David Maloney. He's been outstanding throughout the game. Just sweeps it up and gives it on to O'Brien. Niall has fired it down here, drops in. Riley's under it again, gets a stick to it somehow or other, and he's onto the breaking ball. Jack Gallagher is sweeping in around him. Now, ball is out to Gallagher. Gallagher has the shot, fires in, and I think that just about confirms it, Adrian. Minute and a half to go. 1:20 28, 23, 5 between them. As the last sub has been introduced, as Mick Heaney is making his way on. He's going to replace Conor Murphy.
Yeah, and Mick played a good bit of intermediate hurling this year, coming back from a cruciate ligament. So good to see him getting on the pitch for a county final, Yeah,
Noel County is going long with the puck out, dropping into the D. But again, Very, very hard to get any kind of an opening there, but the Gaels do have it again. The ball hand back to now. Derek has a shot on it, but it's half blocked. Breaks Tommy Doyle, but what a hook there on Tommy Doyle, but danger is still there, but it is the Castletown men that have in their hand, and they work it out nicely. It's gathered there by Peter Murphy, and Peter pops it on now to Peter Clark, as Clark comes forward with it, steps back inside. We're into the last 30 seconds or so. Ball is driven long. Jack Gallagher is in between two defenders there as the ball drops nicely into his chest, and he has a free, but the referee is going to allow the play to go on because Mick Heaney has it. Mick trying to hold that ball up, needs a little bit of support, but the referee doesn't blow the whistle there, and eventually it's great play by Riley. Riley pushed to the ground, pure frustration for Dara Quaymar, and that is going to be it. It is going to be, I think, the last action, Adrian. We're gone over the 3 minutes of additional time. Yeah, Niall is standing over this, and if my maths are correct, I think this is a chance for point number 10, as Niall makes no mistake for him. 10 points. Conor Lynch has just been introduced. As another half a minute or so, I thought the change had gone from 3 minutes to 4 minutes, but it won't matter because Noel Connerty is down at the far end. Castletown are going to be champions for 2025 as Jack Gallagher comes off, and Noel Connerty goes, drills this out looking for John Egan. He can catch it, but he's not going to get room to get a shot, and he does get away from his man and gets the strike in. David Williams brings the ball to the ground, but Castletown have the numbers in there. David Fallon, he sweeps it up and then gives it on now as far as David Riley again. Riley, long hand pass here, and he has Peter Murphy in space. Murphy from just outside the Gaels 45, fires it in, and he fires it over the bar. Point number 2 for the number 19, and I think that is it.
Yeah, and I think anyone in Croke Park, Ray, that's looking at taking the hand pass out of the game need to look at that piece of play.
Yeah, with that, Barry Kelly blows the full-time whistle. It is victory for the men from Castletown Geoghegan. They are the champions of the Slevins coaches, senior hurling champs for 2024 on a final scoreline of 1 goal and 27 points to the Gaels, 2 goals and 17, 30 points to 23, Adrian. Comprehensive in the end.
Yeah, just as we said halfway through there, the second half, scores coming that bit easier for Castletown, and probably the impact of Owen Daly going off, and he went off very quietly here after an incident playing for the ball, just made his way straight down under the tunnel, and a massive loss to Lough Gaels halfway through the second half.
Yes, we look at featuring Niall O'Brien in the shot there for our viewers at home. He was excellent throughout. 10 points is his final total. He between freeze play and a 65, but some outstanding scores at a time when they needed them as well, and just pushed Castletown over the line. But for me, David Riley, the number 13, is really starting to come of age. He's an outstanding talent. I think his mother played camogie with Galway in her time, so certainly plenty of hurling from a young man living down in Rosemont, plays football with Rosemont. He's made the county under 20, he's made a county senior team, and he's certainly a huge star of the future. But then today Castletown had all the aces.
Castletown had all the aces. Let's not forget the other side of it of Lough Gaels, Owen Daly and Jogger. They're feeling in the first half absolutely fantastic. Liam Varley, I know he went off there towards the end of the game. His feeling. I thought that from that aspect of the game, the technical aspect of our hurling here today was very, very top class. Really enjoyable to watch.
Well, look at Adrian. We're going to finish up here at the moment on commentary. We will be back down pitch side with John and with Paul O'Donovan, where we will have some post-game analysis, and we'll be back for the presentation. But for now, we're taking an ad break.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Hurling to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shemarta Precast.
We're down here in the stand now along with Adrian and John Shaw. John, we spoke just before we came on camera. Comprehensive in the second half for Castletown. Really outstanding performance.
Definitely, by far a better team all throughout the second half. I felt, and they probably missed a couple of goal chances as well. They could either put them over the bar or and Lene barely missed a sitter there at one stage. So, but I think all the way through, I think the Gaels certainly. I think Castle made a great stroke to brought Shane Clavin back there as a kind of a sweeper there in the second half. And that made an awful difference to them. They had way more space up the other end of the field then as well. So, but their touch and all that was far superior. I thought Angus and Peter Clark and the two Murphys, Peter when he came on and Conor when he was there, and Jack, and of course David Riley was absolutely outstanding inside. Really unmarkable.
1-5 for David Riley. I think he's going to get the man of the match award. I think justifiably so. He's a prodigious talent. We spoke about him, Adrian, me and you, on the commentary.
Yeah, and look at credit to the team around him also, because the ball was being played into him, as John would know. he played there long enough looking for that sort of space in front of him. You know, the delivery of ball from Castletown, we spoke about it in the podcast during the year, we spoke about it lots of times. The platform from that half-back line, you're ready, Vincent Lavin, you know, that delivery of ball with 30-40 yards in front of a corner forward, full forward, that's what you want. But you have to be able to deal with it when you get it, and David Riley dealt with that very capably today.
Yeah, right from the first goal that he got, John, where he got isolated one-on-one inside, and you know he's scored and he's profited from playing on you know better players than what the Gaels had in that full back line. He's an outstanding talent.
Outstanding. And look, it doesn't really matter what kind of ball goes into him. If it's on the ground or if it's up high, he's able to deal with it, and he works very, very hard off the ball as well to make space for himself. So you know it looks good. His finishing is exceptional, but his work rate off the ball is also exceptional as well. So yeah, serious talent. And I think look, even I thought Niall had a very good second half there as well. Scored a free here, you know, right probably 90 yards out. Like you know, it was a killer free for that stage in the games. I think put Castle on 7 up maybe. So they had just better players all over the field. Owen Daly going off then for the Gaels obviously had an impact, and you know Jogger was probably you know forward alone in the second half. Really, if truth's been known, like he was the only one that really looked at winning his own ball and causing a bit of damage.
Yeah. Sorry, Ray. Yeah, and look, we spoke several times about Castletown and winning so many minors and under 21s. The lads coming in, the subs coming in had an impact. You know, the subs for Lough Gaels just didn't work for them today, and you know, credit where credit's due. And mentally for the Gaels team, with Owen Daly making his way solemnly under the stand here, down straight into the dressing room. You know, it's a pity to see any young lad going off with an injury. It looked like a dislocation in his thumb, but it definitely had a big impact. Mentally for the Gaels on the attack, and as you said, John, Jogger was you know, like a lone soldier out there a lot of time, but credit to him, it's been one of his outstanding performances I've seen in Jogger in a long time.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have a bit of silence here now as our County Board Chairman Frank Maskell is about to make the presentation to Angus Clark, Geoghegan captain.
Very welcome to Geoghegan and Lough Gaels to TEG Cusack Park. In welcoming the teams, your supporters, I also welcome the greater diaspora of our county, who probably have enjoyed this game in many establishments throughout the world, some early in the morning, some late at night. We say a special hello to you, Westmeath Gaels. Okay, today I'm going to be a little bit longer than normally with the presentation because it's our last final in TEG Cusack Park for 2024. So I want to start with our management team, CCC and Keith Quinn and Maria Lina in particular, for all the work they've done throughout the year, scanning, preparing programmes, everything. Thank you very much. To Mick Moody, scoreboard operator, day in, day out. Thanks, Mick. To the staff here in Cusack Park, they had a mammoth task during the week, but I hope you will agree the pitch was presented in excellent order. To Peter, Martinez, John, Mick, Noel, Sam, thank you very much. And the two teams I know really appreciate your work. Stewards, under the capable hands of Francie Donoghue, again, week in, week out, you don't let us down. We couldn't have games here in safety without you. Tidy Towns Mullingar for the little decoration here presented by Mullingar Tidy Towns. I want to acknowledge that. To Lough Gaels, unfortunately, for a second year in a row, you have tasted defeat in a final. Don't let this keep you down. To get to the final last year was a huge step forward. To repeat it this year was absolutely fantastic. You've had a great year and enjoy that. And think back, today, during the week, you won't be able, but after a week or so, just reflect on the year you've had, and it has been brilliant. Castletown. Castletown, Westmeath Examiner Cup is going back to what you would class probably as at home. You certainly deserved your victory today. Congratulations, Geoghegan. Gay, we have Paul O'Donovan sponsors Man of the Match for us, and I don't know how he picked it, but he picked one David O'Reilly. David, well done. Paul.
Go there.
Well done, David. A brilliant display of hurling. I want to acknowledge the sponsorship of all Westmeath Championships by Slevins coaches. The older generation of the Slevins cannot be here today, but they've sent two representatives of the younger generation, Paddy and Adam. So I welcome you to the presentation area. The future of Slevin coaches is assured. Now a little bit more. Our cup, we had an accident with the cup last year. Embarrassing for us, not for Raharney who collected it. It fell apart. I want to thank the Westmeath Examiner for giving us a new cup. Damien Maher, was involved in the negotiations for, I won't call it a new cup, it's a Noel cup. You won't get its quality nowadays, but an absolutely fantastic cup. So thank you, Westmeath Examiner, sponsoring this cup. Many iterations of it since 1950. Okay, Angus, I'm sure you're fed up with me, but I will eventually get to it. Thanks, Angus, for holding on, and I will present it now to Angus Clark. Now, read it out.
Right, I'm not really sure where to start with this, but look, what a performance, my lads. We've been building up to this for 6 weeks, for 6 months last year, and to come together with that performance, especially the second half, I think the lads are absolute credit. So look, it's a special day for everybody, for the community, for our friends, families, the kids, the management, the players, everybody. Like, I think this is our second title in 3 years, and that hasn't been done in Castletown since the 1950s, so well done to everybody. Just to the players themselves, look, they're putting in massive work, such hard work, such commitment, such effort. But to be honest, we're enjoying every minute of it. So much fun, there's so much energy. Every time we go down to the park, it's fucking brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic to be down there every day, every other day, the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months. There's just a huge togetherness in our group, like, and I don't think that comes too often. So I think, one, there's a huge togetherness in the group, but the second thing is, especially over the last 4 or 5 years, there's a huge will to get better, and I think that's really coming out. Every time we go down, we're really trying to get better, and you can see that. It's accumulating today on the final. And just well done to all the lads, because it's been fantastic all year. They're a great group. I'll just have a couple of people to thank, so bear with me for a few minutes. First one, just briefly, is to the Gaels. Look, we know how you're feeling. We had a few down years as well. We lost 3 finals in 3 years. This year, second in a row. There's not much I can say to you. I know you're feeling down, but look, all I'd say is the next few days will pass, but come the end of the week, don't forget about it. Think about it. Think about the feelings this week, today, and after the match, and bring that back to next year, because you have to bring in the Westmeath Championship to a new level the last 3 years. So well done to the Gaels. Next, just briefly, is to Barry Kelly. Look, I suppose a brave call last week, but like, I think anytime we see Barry's name on the sheet, we know we're going to be able to play hurling. We're going to get to go in hard. It's good for the spectators, it's good for the players, and we know it's fair. So thanks, Barry, and all the officials. Look, a couple of people from Castletown. The first is the underage coaches. Look, we don't just end up here today from Buddha or from the management this year, the last 3 years. It's an accumulation of serious work from under 6s the whole way up to under 20s. There's huge work going on in the village. There's a load of coaches. There's huge structure being put in place. And like the standard that the underage players are coming into the senior setup is absolutely massive, and it's all feeding into the win today. So a huge thanks to all the underage coaches and everybody involved in Castletown. There's 2 people in particular, maybe just to single out from that group. Look, it's probably because I'm involved in our group. The first one has probably been involved in the last couple of years with our group. He's not involved this year. He's a chairman this year, but he's putting in huge work the last couple of years. And special mention to him, Ian Corrigan. Thanks. Second man in that group, he's been unbelievable for Castletown. I don't think anybody will take this away from him. He's pulled the club together. I won't say it was on its knees, but when there wasn't the same structures in place, he was down there every other night of the week, pulling together every other underage team going. He got us the senior title in 2013. We were bitterly disappointed that we didn't get one when he came back with us in 2020, 21, that time. And he's a huge man around the club, and everybody has huge respect for him. Pa O'Brien, thank you. Just briefly to our sponsors, MGS Building. They're not back today, they were back last week from America. Thanks to them. And there's numerous other people that are sponsoring us throughout the club. I know Alan had them all in the programme today, so look, I can't name everybody out, but we appreciate all the funds we're getting. We know that it's hard-earned money from people, from businesses, and like, we're a small locality, so everything we get we really appreciate. So thanks to anybody who gave any money, small, large, or in the middle. Thank you very much. Look, I suppose there's girlfriends, mothers, wives, everybody's involved in this. It was a huge team effort, and thanks to them. And I don't think anybody will mind me singling out 2 women in particular. They were with the football team last year, they're with the hurling team this year. They're special 2 girls around the place. They're looking after us, they're minding us, they're picking up after us, they're making food and tea and everything for us. So, special mention and thanks very much, Anne Fagan and Annette Bennett. Thank you. Look, I suppose we have about 35 or 36 players on our panel, but there's about 50 players who've been involved in our panel the last couple of years. And they might not be here today, and they might be all on the panel today. Some of them have only recently retired, some of them are injured, some of them couldn't commit this year to hurling and football, some of them are in Dubai, some of them are in Australia. Like, we have a massive group. I just want to say, if you're not on the panel today, they're still part of our group, and we look forward to some of them back playing with us next year and the year after. Couple of people just in a row here. A huge thanks to Mark Scally, a huge thanks to Mick Garvin, and a huge thanks to Paul Ahern. They've been all very good for us this year, and especially, I suppose, there's only 2 hours work that Paul Ahern put in with us. It was a massive 2 hours, and we were taking all the tips he gave us today out on the pitch. So thanks to those 3. Thank you. And the next 2 people, they're putting huge work in the whole community, in the whole village, but they're doing a kind of a selfish job for us here. They're doing the stats, they don't even get to watch the game properly, and they really are helping our performances. Thanks very much, Sinead and Barry. Thank you. Look, the next man, I'm not really too sure what to say about him. He's a legend around the village, he's a legend in Castletown. He just puts a smile on your face every time you see him. Brendan Hogg, thank you. The next man, I suppose, he'd say himself when he came with us, he wasn't really a hurling man, he wasn't the biggest hurling man, probably more a football man. But look, he's a hurling man now. Damon McLaughlin, thank you. Next man, I suppose, probably, he replaced Ian Corrigan really this year. He's down in the park every other night. He's doing everything. He's doing video analysis, he's doing warm-ups, he's doing coaching, he's involved in everything. He's a big part of what we're doing. Thanks, Pat Clark. Thank you. Second last person, I suppose, he's involved with us. He's a selector. He's given us great inspiration over the years. He's one of the best players to ever play hurling with Castletown. He tells us that he'd still love to be playing today. He was down training with us in the park this year. he tells us, some of the older lads, keep going for as long as we can, because once we stop, that's it. And he says, you know, keep going for as long as you can, enjoy it as much as you can, and we're taking them words. Thank you very much, Derek Gallagher. Look, the next man, I don't really know where to start with this. Look, he's his own character, he's unique, he'll say what he wants, he'll do what he thinks. He's done it as a player, he's done it in hurling, he's done it in football, he's done it as a selector. He managed us here in 2022, 2024 now. He's our friend, he's our manager, Bula Mangan. Look, that's it, just to finish off, I suppose. Look, it's always been an ambition of mine to be up here, lifting a trophy for Castletown, be involved with Castletown, win trophies. Look, our father passed away when we were younger, and it's always been an ambition of mine since then. Joe was here in 2013, Barley was here in 2017, Niall was here in 2022, so just said to everyone, look, these are great days, they're special days, so hang around the pitch, in the dressing room after, come out and see us. It's a great day for everybody, the community, everybody involved, the kids, supporters, players, everybody, so take it all in and enjoy it, enjoy every minute of it. Well done, everybody.
Fabulous words there from Angus Clark. I don't think he forgot anyone.
Yeah, super fairness. And look, I suppose what a leader, I suppose, and a player for Westmeath and Castletown over the last probably 10 or 15 years, and none more so deserving now to lift the Westmeath General Cup than Angus Clark. And you know, he showed probably true leadership out there right throughout the game, from the start to the finish. He was ever present out there, had handled the ball so much times, and always made the right decision on the ball as well. So a super player. So congratulations to Angus and his family, Joe, his brother down there, and his mother Mary as well. It's a great day for them.
Yeah, he only got 1 point throughout the game, but he was so influential. He was mopping up ball, he delivers quality ball himself, and Niall O'Brien almost telepathic, and then you add David Riley into the mix as well, and pulling the strings all over him. But I think, Adrian, just to go look back on the game, I think Castletown learned an awful lot in 13 minutes last Sunday.
Yeah, and it was, we spoke earlier about it as well, and you asked me about it, and the only way they could deal with it was match it. They did match it, and they probably just were that bit classier. And look, they're enjoying it there now. Castletown, we've always said it, and a lot of times we spoke and commented and everything about, if you're putting a team on paper, class in Castletown, you probably have the best 30 hurlers in Westmeath, and that added to their victory here today. And when you talk about class, Angus Clark, a class speech he gave there, it was just a testament to the man that he is, and credit to Lough Gaels. That's a long speech to stand through, and man for man they stood there and respected. They're very respectful of the game here today and of Castletown, so credit where credit is due.
Yeah, absolutely. John, this time last year they made a vow that they would come back. Fairness to Joey Williams, they went back training fairly quickly after. But it's very hard to keep going to the well. But as Angus Clark said through the speech, Castletown lost 3 in a row before they got one. So it can be done.
Yeah, look, they're very hard won, Ray. I'm involved there for the last, maybe as a player and managing this year, for the last 25 years. And they're so hard to get across the line. You need so much going for you in your favour. A bit of luck along the way as well. And, that perseverance and the hunger. So there's so many boxes we take to win this championship in Westmeath. There's 4 or 5 really good teams there. So to plan your year the whole way long, and again plan the day itself, and then make correct decisions on the day, and for all the players to turn up and perform as well. So it's heartbreaking on the Gaels. They showed a great level of hunger there right throughout the game, and even with 7-8 minutes to go, after they got the goal, there was a glimmer of hope there. But in fairness, Castletown just had a little bit of extra class, particularly around the middle, where they could win a lot of breaking ball and get the ball into their danger men then in Niall and David Riley and Jack Gallagher.
Yeah, I know Niall O'Brien, Paul, would have got a lot of the plaudits, but we can't remember his brother between the sticks, because he made 2 very, very crucial. One is super save, and there was another one, I think, on a bit of a melee that could have ended up in the back, which really could have left it nail biting, because the Gaels all throughout this championship have finished strongly getting goals.
Yeah, absolutely, Ray. Yeah, and just like to pay credit to say the Castletown full back line, because they came come under huge pressure today. Probably don't get the credit they deserve. And like, David Maloney, I thought their cornerback had a great game for them. And Nisha McKenna there, cornerback, Aaron Glennon, Johnny Birmingham. And you mentioned Angus Clark. I saw one of those scrambles when there's about 20 players in the square. One of the players came out with the ball that time was Angus Clark. And it just showed, they were able to match. We mentioned in the build-up to the game about the Gaels and their strong full back line, but they were able to match them today and just beat them then with the class that they had. And yeah, great save by Kieran O'Brien. He's probably, he's not long a goalkeeper, but he made the crucial save. And it was probably more difficult. I think it came down to his feet array and it was low down, but an instant reaction and a superb save.
Yeah, and Adrian, they were crucial, but at the other end of the field, they really had the aces. Niall O'Brien, I think, with 10 points. David O'Reilly going in 5. Liam Varley with 3, and probably could have had 2 more goals to go with that. Conor Murphy, Peter Murphy, 3 and 2 points apiece. Jack Gallagher finished with 2 points. I think, of their forward from number 8 to number 15, all scored. With the exception of Shane Clavin, who was in the sweeping, but even the sub that came on got scores.
Yeah, and probably something to note is Angus' speech. He talked about the strength of the panel, the diaspora of hurlers that they have abroad, over 50, including over 50 players. There's not too Raharney with John, of course, have a lot of hurlers as well, but we're not that gloriously blessed with those numbers in any other clubs. Neither my own club at home in Ringtown, Castle Potter, Lough and Gaels, these other clubs. Castletown probably picking from 7 or 8 national schools. Lough and Gaels looking at their own home school in Collinstown and a few from 4. So, credit where credit is due. Lough and Gaels have done a tremendous amount of work in amalgamation with Napirsig, and to get to 2 county finals consecutively, it's no consolation to them today, but you can see that the work at the underage level that they have put in, and it's got to 2 county finals.
Yeah, John, I think early last year I asked the question, could anyone make the breakthrough to knock out one of the triumvirates that had been dominating Westmeath hurling? And, the Gaels were the team that stepped forward into that mantle. Come back again this year. There is talent out there, but it's hard. These defeats are hard after putting in so much work.
They are, and they were so close, like both years, 2 years in a row. They really were. I know the game drifted away from there at stages there in the second half. The last 10 minutes probably in particular, but they were so close here last year. Took that last minute goal to beat them last year, and they played such good hurling this year all through. Maybe had one blip there against Castletown earlier in the year this year, but apart from that, they were outstanding all year. So look, it'll be hard for them to take, but they will come back. There's no doubt about it. There's the spirit in that club, and Joey Williams, and at the helm there as well, and those players. So I've no doubt that the Gaels are back. It'll be a bit of pills to swallow over the winter, but they will regroup. They get back training. They get into the league, and I've no doubt they'll be a hard team to beat here in this championship next year.
The performance wasn't, it was a really, really good performance from Lough and Gaels. So they're not going to leave here today and say we didn't perform and this could have happened or that could have happened. It was a very, very good performance. Just unfortunately on the day, that bit of class from Castletown was the major difference.
Yeah, and they had it, at both ends of the field. And remember this Castletown group as well have lost, Plunkett Maxwell, who played most of the games in the group stage of the championship, in the middle of the field for them. He's gone travelling. David Lynch, Nisha McKenna is about to travel. So, they've been thereabouts, and 2 and 3 years, Paul, is a fair achievement by any club.
Yeah, absolutely. But as you say, it's the quality of hurler just came down, and we spoke at half time about the Gaels and the bench, and Derek McNicholas came on. He really didn't get into the game, but again that was down to the Castletown not allowing him to get into the game, and they just had quality all over. And there was as I said at half time in the game, I felt that Castletown were just getting on top those last 5 minutes of the first half, and they were just winning the dirty ball, and from there throughout the second half they kind of got on top and just won.
Well, come here, just as we speak here now, we're going to be joined, a good friend of ERV TV's by the Castletown Geoghegan manager. We'll just get a microphone to him. Alan, congratulations first of all. Superb year rounded off by that. You topped the table, you went straight to the final. And the second half, I suppose, really showed the quality that you have.
Yeah, listen, it was a long wait. It's hard as Raharney knew from last year. It's hard to and Clonkill the year before. It's hard to fucking get things going in a situation like that where you're 6 weeks without a competitive game. Like, you can play all the challenges that you want, but even talking in the dressing room, lads here all know you all manage teams, bar Paul. But you all manage teams, and you all know that it's hard to give a speech before a challenge match. It's a situation where it's a weird situation where you're trying to get a team up for county final and you can't even get yourself up for the challenge match. So listen, it was a super performance in the second half. You have to say credit to the lads, but they're an unbelievable bunch of players. Like, we've been in, I think is it 7 county finals in 8 or 9 years or something like that, and they've only won 3 championships now in them years, and they probably should have won an awful lot more, but they didn't. And credit to other teams that won them. And
that's a lesson for the Gaels as well.
Well, I just said that I'm only after coming out of the dressing room there in the Gaels dressing room, and I just said I'd go in because I don't know, I didn't want to go in and gloat. I wanted to go in and just say we were in that position. We lost in 2021, 2020 and 2019. We lost 3 in a row. It's a tough place to go, and in fairness, the boys came back to a 4th final and won it, and they just have to, in fairness to Angus said it there, they've brought the Westmeath Championship to another level because they're another team that's now pushing.
Yeah, absolutely, which was badly needed. It was, they're single-handedly, I suppose, taking the stagnancy out of that championship where there was 3 clubs every year. It was great to see them back in. But look at Alan, today is your day. You had some quality performances, none more so, I suppose, than your 13 and 14, David Riley and Niall O'Brien. A quick word on the two of them.
Listen, sure. You're playing with 2 inter-county forwards inside, and it's a big advantage to any team when you have 2 lads of the calibre of them. Like, they can win ball, be high or low. It doesn't matter what way you hit into them. They're well able to win their own ball. They're 2 great lads. Like, Niall O'Brien's the leader of this group since I took over 3 years ago. He's been absolutely outstanding, and he was again there today. He's just, and it's all about leaders. Like, you all know that you need leaders to stand up to the plate, and that's exactly what Niall is. And to be fair to David Riley, he's only a child, he's only a youngster, and he's coming in and he's after putting in 2 massive shifts for us in 2 county finals now and got us over the line.
Shane Clavin dropping back in the second half was very pivotal for you.
Well, we spoke about during the week that we thought we were leaving the centre very open with David Williams is such a fantastic hurler. You have to go with him, you have to tag him. Morgan Geoghegan did an unbelievable job today. Like, he's fit, he's strong, he's athletic, he done a massive job, and we told him to go out there today, and if you don't touch the ball, we don't care. Once he just tags Williams, but we were leaving ourselves, we saw that the last day in the first 11 minutes that we left ourselves open, so we spoke about it. Players, I said to them, you have to take these things. If you notice something on the pitch, do it yourself for a few minutes, and we don't go in and manage with an iron fist. We let them play what's in front of them, and in fairness to Shane Clavin, he's an extremely intelligent hurler, and he was well able to fill those gaps.
He definitely filled that gap there for the second half of the Hurling. Like, just when Jogger bet Johnny there for one ball and hit round him, and Shane was just there to stop him. It made a serious difference there, I thought, there all through that second half. Like, and you had more space up front for Riley and Niall.
Well, he did it here against Lough Gaels, and actually, or against Clonkill earlier on the year, and ended up catching Luke high and getting a red card for himself. But he's well able to do that. He's good at it. As I said, he's a big, strong fella. He's well able to get stuck in when he needs to get stuck in. And like Johnny, in fairness to Johnny Birmingham, he was played today with a throat infection, and he was very sick. He probably shouldn't have played. But sure, there's no point in us making 2 substitutions. We'll play him for as long as he can. He wasn't able to go anymore. And in fairness, we've Jack Murphy, who was an absolute massive addition to the club. Like, we're lucky. We don't often. I think he's the first player we've got in a long time since we got you. I think you were the last player we got in.
You're only saying that now, is it?
We'll take away one of those longs.
The full back line were excellent today, weren't they? David Maloney had a great game of golf.
Yeah, in particular, and they said we had to tighten up at half time. We weren't as tight as we should have been, but at half time we had a stern word with them. Good thing about these lads is they're able to take it on the chin. You can say what you want to them. They never answer back. They never try to dictate what we want to do. And if we ask them to do something, they'll try and do it as best they can. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if it does, it does. We're lucky enough that over the 3 years, 2 years we got it right, 1 we didn't, and it's just credit to the players. And I have to say, I have Derry Gallagher with me for the last 3 years, Damien McLaughlin for 3 years, Pat Clark coming in this year. Like, Derry Gallagher is he's an absolute legend of the club. He has been absolutely outstanding for us as a player and now as a mentor. It's hard for him to come in because Jack at the start of the year, or the start of the 3 years, wasn't wasn't a definite guarantee to be on the team, and he has to work harder than anyone else because Derek doesn't pick him. Do you know what I mean? So Derek picks the team without Jack, so Jack has to try and impress everyone else.
Yeah, he'd go game today too, in fairness to him.
And he's a good lad. He missed a couple of chances early, but he's used to the ball. He's very intelligent. He's a little small slip of a lad. There's nothing to him, but I tell you what, when he gets a chance and he knows how to do the right thing with the ball. A couple got away from him in the first half, but he was outstanding as well. And then you have Pat Clark coming in, another legend of the club, very good. And Demi McLaughlin, man from Geoghegan, as Angus said, he's not a big hurler man, but you need someone from outside the club that's going to look in and give an honest opinion. Like, we all have our favourites. We all do.
All of that,
Down through the years, lads that we played with, like John, you played with everyone from Raharney that's playing at the minute. So did I with these lads, and it's just, you have to take it on the chin when some lad tells you you're not doing the right thing, and that's what them lads are there for.
Okay, that's all credit to you, Alan. You pull the whole thing together, and that's what a good manager does. And you can beat around the bush any way you like. It's a great credit due to you for getting these two championships. Now what? 2 weeks' time we're back here for Leinster, first round of a Leinster Championship game. I'm sure you haven't even thought about that yet.
No, listen, we just wanted to win the championship. That was it, and whatever happens after that is a bonus. If you go into like, we're going to be up against Thomastown, who beat O'Loughlin Gaels by 9 or 10 points or something, and they must be an unbelievable side. I don't even know anything about the money that John Donnelly plays for them, and about 7 brothers. It's we know nothing about them. But listen, we'll do a bit on them over the next couple of weeks. Like, you have to take it seriously and try and put in as good a performance as you possibly can. They'll be mad favourites, but listen, we'll give it a go here, and it's great. It's good that it's here, and it gives us a chance to have a crack at a Kilkenny team and see where we lie.
Absolutely. Look, Alan, we'll let you go back down. You've been a good friend to ERV TV down since we started, so thanks again for joining us here, and we'll let you back to your team and savour the night and the celebrations that go ahead. That's Alan Mangan.
Cheers, Alan. Enjoy the week. Come on, fair on you.
Well, you want to go down, Ray?
No thanks, not today. I think we're going to finish up here on ERV TV. All that's left for me to do now is I'll be like Angus Clark, I have a couple of thanks to do. This is our last game of the season, 25th season since we started. We've covered 63 games live this year. We've done 3 up for the games, 57 different broadcasts. Like, the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes. Like, Alan Mangan is the manager of Castletown. Donny Malone is our manager. He pulls everything together. There's no point in saying one thing and mean another. He is the heartbeat of ERV TV. The lads on the desk over in 22/47 TV, you've been outstanding. You've helped me enormously through the year by being on the phone, by guiding us what way we go. All our co-commentators, our analysts from football and hurling, the lads here today, the lads that were here on every group game throughout the championship. Thank you all very much. The people on the cameras, Geoghegan and Ollie Gallagher, 2 hugely professional men, do a great job providing these pictures. The lads on sound, Kevin Matthews and his crew, they have done a great job. But most of all, we want to thank the viewers, because without the viewers, we wouldn't be able to continue this gig going. So thank you all very much. We thank our listeners to the podcast, the ERV TV podcast, that we run hand in hand, and we hope that you enjoy it wherever in the world you are listening to us, wherever in the world you're watching us. Thank you all very much. So for 2024, from myself, Ray Gavin, it's goodbye, over and out. We'll see you in 2025.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusack Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Slevins Coaches, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA Hurling Championships. Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today. MJ Stone Building and Developments, proud sponsor of Westmeath GA.
Cusack Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Raharney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shamer to Precast.